Good afternoon, everyone. I think my computer was lagging just a tad bit to get that started. I don't know how well it went, but we are back for our next episode of Count the Bucket. So excited to get this started. I will say I've been had things going on with work, transitioning with family, just everything going on. So I didn't get to watch a lot of basketball. I'll say at least live, but I was able to catch a couple of good games this over the weekend and definitely get involved, diving deep into some of the stats that went on, some of the different plays that happened. So I'm excited to talk to you guys about basketball again. But before we get into it, let's go around. How have you guys been doing? I miss you guys' pretty faces.
Everything's going good, man. I'm happy to be back on. Basketball's been really good. We're going to talk about one of your favorite player, Michael, in a minute. You know, he just had a spectacular game last night, but overall, man, everything's doing good, man. Basketball is in a good space right now.
Rondo.
Yeah, I'm doing good. All is well. Had a really good weekend. Relaxing right now, watching some football, chilling. So it's good. Glad to talk some basketball with you guys. It's a lot to talk about.
Awesome. Sounds good. I do want to apologize real quick. We're a few minutes late at getting started. As I was about to click live, my wife picks her head in here and says, "Hey, do you want to kiss the kids goodnight?" As you guys know, I've got 3 kids. It is now, Christmas break for at least people here in Kentucky. So they're up a little bit later than usual. So I had to run in there, do the daddy deeds real quick. And just so you guys know, we'll get this out of the window so y'all don't think it's weird. My daughter asked me to use her cup tonight, okay? So I'm drinking from a unicorn cup. So whatever, go ahead, say what you want to.
You gotta support the kids, man.
What can I say?
Do your thing, brother.
So
do your thing, brother.
So if you see a pink unicorn cup, it is what it is. And with that being said, Nick, after our show, I need you to
oh my God. Am I going to get it for Christmas?
You're getting it for Christmas. I got it ready to go for you now.
It's so crazy because like in September, you were joking saying that, oh, we're not going to send it till Christmas. And we're actually going to send it around Christmas time.
Oh, did you think I was joking when I said that?
I didn't know. You know, CJ showed his off like probably a few weeks after that. I'm like, dang, where's mine at?
And then you said, oh, it'll probably be Christmas. I said, you know what? Yes, sir. It will be.
It's going to be Christmas.
But no, it is going to be mailed out tomorrow. I just got to make sure I got the right address. So if you don't care, double check with me on that. But I'll tell you this before we get started. Guys, you know what? The whole reason we do this as a podcast, and thank you guys for later on in the week that listen to the podcast, as a live stream and everything, at least for me, is one, I get to talk with you guys about basketball. Love basketball. There's so much great opportunities to watch the games and then talk with you all about the players and different things like that. But I'll tell you this, I had to go to town today, and I say go town because it's kind of weird where we live in the boondocks. Went to the city, I guess, more or less. And at a couple grocery stores today, I actually got two guys stopped me and said, "Hey, man, like you guys are doing really good on those podcasts with the basketball stuff and everything." It's like, "Oh, man, I really do appreciate that." So they're like, "Hey, how do you all know so much about those teams and those players or things like?" And I really wanted to just like dive in deep and be like, let's be honest. If you ever played sports, you could probably do almost the exact same stuff at the whatever level you played at because you just get involved that much when you play. Like, the point guard likes to go to his right hand to come off of his jump shot, whoever you're playing against. Like you study the game instantly, no matter what level you're at when you love the sport. So I was very excited and refreshed about hearing that, and even kind of talked about some of our goals of what we want to do on that with one of the gentlemen. He's like, "Wow, that would be awesome." So, it
like
felt good.
Celebrity out here.
So I don't know if you all have had anything like that happen, but it happened today twice to 2 different people. It wasn't even at the same time. So I like, that was really refreshing here that people actually are listening to us. I mean, I know we see the icon, but we don't know who it is. But it's just nice hearing from you guys, especially the comments. I absolutely, when you guys get on the Facebook here or even YouTube, leave us a comment of what's going on and interact with us. It makes it a lot more fun for us just to carry on our conversations. So have you all ever had anyone kind of talk to you all about it, be like, "Hey, man, I seen you on," or "I watched you all a little bit"?
I have a few of my friends that watch me. They mostly clown me for the most part, but I mean, overall, I definitely appreciate their support. They watch pretty frequently, so
we clown you too. I mean,
yeah, everybody clowns me. But I definitely appreciative of everyone's support. That's actually pretty big, man. Especially if was it people that you knew, or was it just people that you may have to see
overall in general? Well, today it was two people that I went to high school with. One was, I'm going to say this because, when you're a freshman, you look up to the seniors, the ball players that's on your team, the ones that you don't really get to play with or talk to. Well, this was one of the seniors, like, oh, hey, man, how you doing, man? Oh, man, I love watching you guys. I don't get to watch you much, but when I do, I try to watch you all some. I'm like, that made me feel good. I was that freshman, you were that senior, And one guy, he said, hey, yeah, I was laying in bed the last Sunday, and I was flipping through my phone. I seen you guys on and said, well, I know what I'm doing for the next hour. It's like, that makes you feel good. It makes you want to kind of keep grinding on this a lot,
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's crazy. Because, I mean, you never know who's watching. Like, you just never know.
We don't.
So,
we don't.
You just got to keep doing what you do, be consistent at it.
Same time, always. I think it makes it a big difference. And seriously, since we've been going with now, of course, for everyone that's watching the live right now, you can see at the bottom all of our different handles scrolling across the bottom. Actually, I might have an error on here. I didn't pay attention. Excuse me. I'm kind of watching it here. We now have a new website that Nick has single-handedly. Shout out to Nick. Has publicized, made public now. So nice to see the bucket counting crew at it again, of course. So yeah, and just that's not really Logan, right? Is it Vic?
Yeah, it's my guy Vic. What's going on, brother?
Okay.
Appreciate you stopping.
Nice to have you. Okay. No, well, he's been on a few times with Backstop Banter with Connie a few times. He usually calls me the white Michael Strahan because of my gap, but you know what? It's all fun at games because it's great stuff. But appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on here, Vic. So what it's all about, joining the network of sports that we've got. But let's go ahead and get into it. Do we want to go ahead and start with yours, CJ? What we've got, what I was going with, all these different social medias that we have going on now. CJ has been on it every Saturday morning, anywhere from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., posting something of great content of his top 5 of that week or through the week of his MVPs. And he had a great list, which even Nick started a conversation in our group chat. I'm like, Nick, get on that Instagram and start that chat, man. You ready to pull up that post and talk about it?
Absolutely.
I think I'm a little bit behind you guys, again, lagging a little bit. I apologize.
No, it's coming. It hasn't pulled up for me either.
Okay. So as he's pulling up here, it looks like we've got Tatum, Ja, Giannis. Finally, the Joker has made it in here, and Luka finishing out his top 5. CJ's got to get that drink before he can speak, so I filled in that little error a little bit. So go ahead, CJ. It is now yours.
Appreciate that assist, my guy. So week 9, number 1. Let's start at 5. 5. Luka Doncic. He's gonna just continue to be on this list. It may be out 1 week, but it's just the things that he does on a nightly basis for the Dallas Mavericks. Christian Wood had a really good, solid game. One of their most recent games, I believe, against the Trailblazers. I think they both had 30 pieces. So that was great to see because that's what we're looking for. We're looking who's going to be that second guy next to Doncic, especially when it's money time. We saw him go first round, Western Conference Finals. So now, we expect Western Conference Finals and up from here on out. So who's going to be that second guy? So that's good to see from Christian Wood right now throughout the season. Stay consistent. Obviously not 32, but just the aggressiveness, the efficiency. That's what they need. That's what they need. And he has to step up defensively. Should be no reason why he's not starting. But nonetheless, Doncic is going to continue to put up great numbers. He's one of the best players in the NBA. And he's going to continue to fluctuate on this list. 4, Jokic had a big time game, 48-point game against the Wizards. Went absolutely insane. just continue to be one of the best bigs in the NBA. You just can't stop him. You just have no answer for the things that he's able to do on a nightly basis. Top 3 in assists with 9 a season. He just He's model consistency. He's the model consistency. The Nuggets are always going to have a top 5 record in the Western Conference, top 10 record in the NBA. That's because the back-to-back MVP. He's going to be in this discussion. He's not really a flashy guy, but he does what he needs to do every single night, and that's all you ask. That's all you can ask for if you're a hometown, if you're a city that has a player like that is playing for your team. The guy that brings it every single night, not just scoring but passing, rebounding. So I have Jokic at 4, Giannis at 3. Again, just the dominance every single night. It's just you can't. It's tough to not have him in your top 3. It's just tough. Just what he's able to do defensively for this team, offensively, passing, rebounding. We already know what he brings to the table. So he's going to be on this list. I have him at 3 for this week. Number 2, I got to put Ja. Ja's first time be cracking the top 2 for me since we started this list. And the reason why they lost against the Thunder, Ja got ejected. But if he would have stayed in that game, I'm pretty sure they would have won that game. But before that, they won 7 in a row. And they have the best record in the Western Conference as it stands today still. So, and Ja's had a triple-double in that streak. He's had multiple 25-point games during that streak. He's a beast. You can't stop him. You can't stop him, man. If his shot is on, if he could get around to 38% from 3, game over. Game over. Because now he's spacing the floor, plus the slashing ability, then the passing. It's going to be tough to stop him. So the Grizzlies, they're going to continue to be one of the best teams in the NBA. Their system, they develop guys. They draft them that buy into their system. They draft high IQ basketball players that fit their style, and that's going to have longevity on the team. And they do a great job over there, and they're building around Ja. And as long as he's healthy and as long as those other core guys are healthy, they're going to be one of the best teams in the NBA, and Ja's a catalyst for that. And then last but not least, Jason Tatum. They're still going to be, he's still going to be number 1 for me. Not really much has changed. Ja, I mean, they would have kept going like a 10-game win streak. I mean, that would have been tough to possibly put Ja number 1 there. But Tatum had that big game against the Lakers. That's what that picture's from. Hit that big shot on LeBron. AD missed those 2 free throws. Should have made those free throws. You got to make those free throws. You make those free throws, you ice the game. He misses the free throws. Jason Tatum ties it up. They go into OT. They close it out and get the dub at the Crypto.com arena. So you got to keep him 1. That's a big statement game. Those are against high-level Hall of Fame MVP-type players. So you got him there. Booker got on there, right? He went crazy last night, but I just feel like throughout the week, it just wasn't as consistent as those 5 guys right there. KD as well. 10 of their last 11. He's averaged 30. Got to put KD in that as well. KD is probably right there next to Booker. I probably got KD in front of Booker right now. The Nets are one of the best teams in the NBA. Won 10 of their last 11. So, yeah, that's my honorable mention. That's my top 5 for week 9.
Okay.
You want to go first, Michael?
Go ahead. Did you say, do I want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. We'll get to. I do like it. I wish it's tough for me to ever put Giannis out of the top. I'm going to say top spot, to be honest with you, because as you were talking and listening, CJ, I was kind of in my ADHD mind here. If I could pick one player to start my team with right now out of these 5, Giannis would probably be my pick. I mean, just about hands down. And I'm just thinking most valuable player. Why wouldn't it be him? But I understand we're going week to week and everything on that. 100%. Not saying that you're wrong or anything there. It's just I like how this MVP standings, or I guess uphold your levels, is not just offense alone. And I do think this hurts Luka a little bit on this. is you almost have to be a good two-way player to be considered MVP now. Of course, Joker has won it the past 2 years, but where he's big and he's able to do more as a big in a small world now, I think he's the exception of that. Like Giannis and Tatum are locked down defense with all-star caliber offense. Giannis, if he could get a jump shot or a three-point shot, it'd be great. So I like that we're getting all-stars that are on both sides of the court, and it's not just offense only. So I do like that about MVP. Booker, what he did yesterday, I think he should have been up there, but who comes off? So I'm not even going to try to come up with my own different one. Sounds good to me, CJ. I like it.
You agree, my guy. Let's get it.
It's a good list. Definitely a good list. I think the only change that I would make
is Nick comes in and just goes, it's a good list.
It's good. It's good. Like the only change that I would make, and it's like I hate it, but in my opinion, I know that the Pelicans have wins like a little slump, but I personally, just me, I gotta have Zion in this list. I know that the Pelicans have lost 2-3 in a row now, and they're kind of with a 3 in a row. Okay, yeah, so 3 in a row
after last night.
After last night,
yeah,
I know they're slipping a little bit, but I still think that Zion needs to be in this list. So if there's one guy I have to take out, and it's like I hate it because he's been really putting this team on his back, I got to take Luka out just because Dallas is. I mean, Dallas is decent, but I don't know, man. It's just they still have some issues. I know that guys like Christian Wood's playing well, and the rest of these guys. Even Kemba had a good game last night as well. I don't know if y'all checked that out, but
I think 31 or 39, something like that. It was in the 30s. I know that.
Was in the 30s? Okay. So yeah, but yeah, I mean it's tough. But if I had to insert Zion into this list and I'd take one out, it'd probably be Luka. Jokic is starting to really emerge. He's coming in. He has like I mentioned before the show, he had 20 rebounds in the first half tonight against Charlotte.
20 in the first half?
Yeah, 20 rebounds in the first half. Impressive. Giannis is going to be there regardless because he's Giannis. We all know that his dominance and what he brings to the table. I like Ja coming in. The Grizzlies have been playing exceptional. My only thing with Ja is that, Ja, I want to say Ja misses a lot of back-to-backs as well, so I don't know if that will, play effect as far as, him remaining in the MVP candidacy, but if the Grizzlies are winning, then I'm pretty sure that Ja would remain in that list. And then, of course, in my opinion, Jason Tatum is number one. I feel like he's probably right now the clear-cut favorite. The Celtics are continuing to win. Tatum is playing a big role in that. Tatum's elevated his game from all aspects, passing, defense, whatever you want to name it. So overall, a good list. But if I had to change one, I'd probably have to add Zion in over Luka. It's my opinion.
Nick hates Luka and he hates Zion.
I hate Luka.
I mean, every week it's like I think I'd take Luka out of this list and add this person.
Okay, so first
I hate it, but Luka would come out.
First, I hate it.
This is the first time Joker's been in this list. And he's like, I think I'd take Luka out.
I mean, how can you take Joker out? He's been playing well over the past week. How can you take him out? I mean, it's really hard because Luka's been playing well too. Luka. Now,
Booker.
If he has another strong week, I'm sure he might make this list. But it's
absolutely.
Yeah. We need to see that in the playoffs too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you're going week to week, obviously, but we need to see the caliber all season for Booker, and I'm going to probably get into more of that when we get to it. So I'm going to kind of hold off on it a little bit, pump the brakes. But insert side note, cliff note, whatever you want to say, earmark it. Definitely going to talk about Booker more of this MVP talk when we get to that game. So.
Who do you think is going to be the team captains for the All-Star game?
Ooh.
I'll say, I don't know.
I'm going to say LeBron and Steph.
LeBron probably will. I don't know about Steph.
No,
I think Steph might.
It's two most popular players in the NBA, bro.
Who was it last year? LeBron and KD, I think.
KD, yeah. LeBron and KD. I just feel like it should be LeBron and KD no matter what.
It's going to be LeBron and Steph.
You think so? Because
wasn't it Giannis? Wasn't it Giannis? Wasn't it LeBron and Giannis?
No, because wasn't it last year that KD wouldn't pick Ben Simmons?
Oh yeah, no, he wouldn't pick Harden. He wouldn't pick Harden because they had just traded Harden.
Okay, Harden wouldn't
that was
pick
last
Harden.
year. I feel like it was 2 years ago.
I think the previous 2 years before that was LeBron and Giannis. I want to say I can't even remember, but either way, LeBron's probably gonna get it again just because he's LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. LeBron and Steph, I feel like it's just too easy of a choice.
Okay, they both get it.
I'm
they're
not
both in the
mad at
West.
that.
No, but it's right. You got to be right.
Yeah, but say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, LeBron and Giannis.
I mean, Tatum have to be it then, right?
Yeah, Tatum probably
Well, or Giannis, but
I mean Tatum to Giannis.
It'll probably be Giannis again.
Giannis got 2 countries and a city. He got Greece.
Oh, that's it for Giannis?
Greece, Nigeria, and then Milwaukee, and of course, obviously rest. But I'm just saying, like that alone, he got on lock for voting for the All-Star game. So you got 2 countries and a city. A state, really, behind your back, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. You're
even Iowa, too, so I'd say.
You're going to be sad. So, yeah, Tatum, I mean, they got Boston. I mean, they're a big market. So, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be that captain. That's why I asked, because I'm thinking, because I know all of these guys.
We are getting close to that, ain't we?
Yeah, in a couple months. Yeah, 2 months.
2 months. Or probably less than that. Probably less than 2 months.
After Christmas, that's when people say that's when the season really starts, right? So, we're about to see what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know. It might not be LeBron because, I won't get into that. We'll leave it to.
Well, it's
going to be LeBron, man. Stop the cap.
It's got to be LeBron. It's got to be LeBron.
It was going to be a joke. I forgot.
Look how you just agreed the whole way until the end. That's how you know it.
I was going to make a joke because what it was going to be, and I was like, I'll wait. I was going to say, because it's kind of going to go a little bit ahead of us with AD's injuries. It's going to say, well, it can't be LeBron because since Anthony Davis is going to be out for a month or two, like LeBron's going to be like, I'm hurt and not play. But
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick. Who do y'all think will be first-time All-Stars this year? Anybody that come to mind?
SGA easily.
SGA,
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Has Jaylen Brown ever been an All-Star?
No, I don't think so.
Jaylen Brown? I don't think so. No.
I think so.
Has he? Okay. I can't remember.
Yeah, I should know that. Yeah.
It's been. What about Brunson? What about Jalen Brunson?
It's too many. It's just too many good guards. We got Kyrie.
That's true.
Obviously, Smart is going to get some votes.
Halliburton's
going to get some votes.
Trae
Young, yeah. So
LaMelo, even LaMelo's going to get a lot of votes.
I don't know.
He's going to get votes.
Yeah, I don't know. He's going to get votes. Yeah, but he doesn't have.
Did you say Marcus Smart earlier?
Marcus Smart, possibility, bro. It's a possibility. He's going to get votes. I'm not saying he's going to be like, but he's going to get some votes. But yeah, it's going to be Trae Young, Kyrie. I mean, usually
Halliburton has played well.
When the best team in the NBA, they usually have like 3 All-Stars, bro. Think about it. Over history, you've seen Big 3, sometimes Big 4, when Rondo was in there with them.
I remember that.
He had it was all in there together. So Lakers.
Except for the Suns. The Suns didn't have anyone, I don't think. Maybe Booker.
What you mean?
Last year's number
Chris
1
Paul, right?
Was Chris Paul an All-Star?
I'm sure he was. Yeah. I don't know why I can't remember anything.
Yeah, because I think he didn't play very long because he was hurt or something.
Zion's not his first year, but he's definitely going to get in easily. That's going to be great to watch.
Personally, I think Paulo's going to get in somehow.
It's possible if you have a great 8 weeks. Very possible. If they keep playing well and they get to like 500 after the season they started having, and he starts going crazy. Him, Wagner, they somehow get Isaac back. Isaac gets healthy. Mo Bamba, Bobo that we talk about in terms of MIP. Markelle Fultz. We just forgot about Markelle Fultz. He's just there. Cole Anthony, Gary Harris. They got a lot of quality basketball players,
young talent
on that team. So, honestly, I'm not surprised that they're winning right now. Terrence Ross, they got some hoopers over there, bro. So I'm glad that they're winning. They have good players. I'm glad they woke up and was like, "Yo, we're better than this." Like
Ant-Man's got to get in.
They got to keep winning. They have to keep winning.
That's true.
As long he has to keep playing well in Cat's absence, and him and Gobert have to start playing well together.
How many All-Stars are there?
Have to give 9? Gobert the ball. 12 each team.
Yeah, 12 for each team.
Yeah, 24 players. Yep.
Okay.
It's tough.
All right. Let's move on over
to guards. Guards is going to be the toughest thing for the rest of the league. For the rest of the era, it's going to be guards. guard's going to be the toughest to get in the All-Star game because it's just
so many centers should be pretty easy, shouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, centers.
Embiid,
power forward.
Jokic.
I guess, yeah.
Power forward, Giannis. KD is a power forward now, so you put him in that category. Claxton is a 5. Simmons played a 5. That's KD's a power forward now. That's it. This is good. I mean, he's going to transition to that anyway as he got older, so might as well start now.
Yeah. All right, guys. Speaking of older people, let's go with our MIP, which makes no sense, I know, but that's my transition. So I will go ahead and apologize. I did not come up with any kind of like awesome thing that CJ did, but I will say that my top 5 may change and cause a little controversial here a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
What you got?
So at 5, I've got Bol. It's the same group, but they've kind of moved. So Bol at 5. I've got Halliburton at 4. 3, I have Simmons. 1 or 2, I have.
Wait. Who?
Simmons?
Ben Simmons?
Anthony Simons. Simon.
Oh, Simon.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I said
I was
Simmons.
saying, like, wait, what?
My bad. I said Simmons. You're right. I was like, how do you not know it's Anthony? So it's Simons. I'm sorry. And then at 2, I got marketing. And number 1, I have. Who do you think?
Oh my God. What's this guy?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, in my research, it's quite crazy because some people actually have Zion as a front runner to win MIP.
I don't think so.
And I'm not putting Zion in that. But I can understand why they're saying it because compared to what he did last year, he's improved tremendous. But Shai is just dominant right now. And the reason, here's some of the, as far as most teams play 3 to 4 games a week. We all know that. Right. So Bol in the point category is basically what I based it on this week. He had 6 points, 21 points, 4 points, and 11 points. Not so dominant. So that bumped him down. Halliburton actually had one game earlier this week where they only had 1 point. And I thought maybe he got hurt. I looked at the time. He actually played, I want to say, 20 minutes at least. So he played quite a bit. He was 0 for 9 at one point in that game. So he definitely had an off night. He did have quite a few assists. So I bumped him down quite a bit with that because it was 1 point, 29 points, 17 points, and 15 points. So nothing outrageously Halliburton style as of lately. So for this week, again, it's week 9 only. He's down to 4. At 3, I've got Simons, not Simmons. Right. He had 4 games this week, 12, 23, 7, and 32. So a little more consistent. I didn't like the 7 points. I really feel like he's stepping into the role as the second guy on that team with Portland. 3rd, if not 2nd. I'm really loving this Portland team, even though I am one that dogged them all year or all preseason. Apologize. I don't know it all. Sometimes I am wrong, Nick, believe it or not. At 2, I got Laurie at 2. He only had 3 games this week, 18, 31, and 19. So dominant there. I didn't want to hinder him where he only had 3 games, but they're all 3 solid games. And then, of course, SGA, 35, 27, and 42 points in his 3 games. So consistently dominant in OKC.
In OKC. He's been going off, man.
35,
so CJ,
35,
what do you
27.
think? Yeah, 35, 27, 42.
42, yeah. SGA, All-Star, we just said it. He's going to be the first time. He's going to be one of the first time All-Stars to make it this season. Just an excellent basketball player. The shot has improved. He can beat everybody off the dribble. I mean, it worked for the Clippers, but man, they had somebody. Jerry West definitely knows how to draft. You can say that. Jerry West definitely knows how to draft, man. He drafted Kobe, brought in Shaq, brought in Gasol. He found SGA, just out of dominant. So he's going to be a problem for OKC. They just got to. As long as they keep winning, they got to keep winning, because he's not gonna just sit there and take all these L's for years and years. It's not happening.
Absolutely not.
So they got to continue to put guys around him. Hopefully Chet is that guy. I hope he is. Root for Chet's success. I'm a big success for Chet, big Chet fan. So hopefully he'll be successful.
And Victor as well. What?
Honestly, I hope they win. I hope they win more and establish a winning identity, so they don't have to go get Wembanyama.
You saw that picture I sent yesterday. Michael don't play. He coming to the Bay. Coming to Oakland.
We know that's not
that. Honestly, if that were to happen, bro, I wouldn't even watch the A. I'd have to find another. I have to find somebody else.
We would start covering strictly college.
It can't be as worse as the KD. It can't be as worse as that.
That is just as worse as the KD. 1,000% just.
How is that's
what? Whoa!
KD came into the Warriors. He was already a league MVP, multiple-time All-Star. He is a rookie. Victor Wembanyama was a rookie coming into the team.
About to average a triple-double. He might average a quadruple-double, bro. He's definitely going to have multiple 5-5 games. 5x5 games. He's going to have multiple 5x5 games easily. If he went to are you kidding me?
Yo, man.
Multiple triple doubles, pop a few quadruple doubles, bro. A few. If he's locked in, if he's a big that has a nasty streak, he's going to be a beast. But if he's one of these bigs where it's like finesse, fadeaways all the time, he's going to be good. But if he plays with
that's what we're seeing so far from him.
If he plays with a mean streak, he's gonna be one of the best. He's gonna be one of the best. If you're a big man, you got to play with a mean streak. You cannot be a baby. You cannot be a baby. You can't. You got to be. And the way he blocks shots and the way he's dominant as a rim protector, it shows me that he has a mean streak, which is good. The way he protects the rim, it shows me he has a mean streak. So, man, if y'all was somehow that's over, that's definitely worse than KD because now he's only 19. Kidding me?
That's a future.
Yeah, but he still has to establish himself. We still haven't seen him on the NBA
open looks he's gonna get.
He can't be worse than KD. I mean, he still has to establish himself. Like it's different. KD came in. KD came into the team an MVP. He was already an MVP caliber player.
Just won the championship.
And he got to
I just won the championship without KD, so that negates your KD point, bro. And now you're bringing in. If y'all was able to. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he goes to like the Spurs or something like that.
It won't. It won't happen in real life. I doubt that. But
honestly,
the Hornets. I think the Hornets. I mean, I don't. Obviously, that'd be great for us. That'd be great. But I mean, no, maybe the Hornets or the Spurs. Somebody. I think a good franchise.
Hornets. That'd be crazy if OKC got him and you pair him and Chet in the front court.
I really hope they don't get him, man.
You wouldn't like that?
No, I'm good. They don't. I mean, I don't want to say like they don't deserve, but it's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, I've been tanking for how long? When y'all gonna start winning?
They haven't taken for a minute.
When they're gonna start winning some games, man? Come on, let's start getting some. That's why I like to say you got MIP for Shea. It's the numbers and they're winning.
Taking
like 3 years.
Was that? Yeah, last time they played was Chris Paul was there.
Like I don't know what they're doing right now, so I can't call. I don't know what to call it. But these last 3 years, definitely they've been taking. They got Giddey. Giddey went 6. Chet went 2, and then who else they got? They got somebody else, and they obviously traded for SGA.
They got what's his name, Jalen Williams or something like that.
Jalen Williams, yeah, they went later in the first, but the top picks was Giddey and Chet and somebody else.
Well, now didn't the Pistons,
yeah, Cade,
Killian Hayes, Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, they've been
3 years too.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's Magic. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's time to start getting a winning identity, bro. I'm tired of seeing the same teams at the bottom. First pick after first pick. You got top 5 pick after top 5 pick. Right. If y'all get 3-4 top 5 picks in 3 years and y'all can't figure that out, you gotta have some veterans at some point, man. Like a lot of these young players are not gonna figure out how to win. I mean, they're gonna figure it out, but it's like, you gotta have somebody with a winning identity. Man, you just gotta pray you found the one. The Magic, they found the one. They found a guy that could get to his spot already in his rookie season. They found the one. Paolo is gonna be the one.
Sophomore
they got a rookie. But they got a rookie that can get to his spots already. He knows how to get.
This is why.
I'm saying college sophomore age.
This is why I said even all last year I got Paolo over Chet. Everybody was mad at me because I picked Paolo over Chet, and I'll admit I actually thought Chet was going to go to Orlando. I thought he was going to go to Orlando the whole time. So them picking Paolo, It surprised me, but it's all working out.
It did surprise a lot of people, but it worked. This surprised a lot of people. Nobody can sit here and say they weren't surprised. A lot of people were surprised.
No,
everybody was like, everybody was saying Cheddar Jabari. That was what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
Paulo at number 1, but it ended up being perfect. Perfect for them.
Absolutely.
They got, and they've gotten lucky with some first round picks too. Shaq, Dwight. So Paulo now.
They ain't got no ring, man. They ain't got no ring.
Listen, now they got a 6'10" guy that could go get it, like Tatum.
Because they can't keep them.
So Tatum versus Paolo series in the playoffs.
No, that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty. That would even be nasty now if that would have happened.
That's gonna be crazy, man. I'm telling you. That's two 6'10" wings going at it for the next decade.
Yo, Michael, Paulo's a rookie looking like he's been in the league for like 5-6 years.
But still, I mean, and I know Magic are showing signs that they could be good, but do we really
win
think
streak right now?
Who have they played? And I don't know.
They just beat Boston today.
Doesn't matter. I promise you, they were the underdog in all 6 of them.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
So it don't matter who they played.
I mean, do we think Boston, in a series, let's just say a 7-game series, how long do you think that series will last, and who do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. If
I'll say a maximum 6.
If Isaac is playing and they're locked in defensively, it's a great series. I would still take the Celtics, but you asked me how many games? Yeah, I could see 6, like Nick said. Absolutely.
I would see Orlando getting.
I could see Paolo going off for one. I could see Paolo going off for 1 or 2 games. I could see that.
I can see them getting 2 home wins. That's about it.
You telling me they got 5? They got like 8 guys that can score 20.
You gotta think, Franz is 6'10".
If they play together,
that skill set,
they could be dangerous. They could be dangerous
too. That's for sure. I have noticed that. Where I've been seeing on Instagram.
And even Wendell Carter Jr. is a great guy in the middle for them. Great rim protector, can space the floor.
Mm-hmm.
They have 4 wings that could get to it. Paolo, Franz, Jonathan Isaac, and
Ross?
Terrence Ross.
Bobo.
Yeah.
Yes. I could get to it. I could get exactly. I don't know how I forgot, but I could get to it. And Mo Bamba could get hot every once in a while. He could block shots. He could shoot the 3. He could get locked in. I didn't even mention their guards. Suggs, Cole Anthony, Fultz.
They still got Gary Harris, don't they?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad.
You know what?
That's why I'm glad they're winning. I'm really glad they're winning, man.
This is going to go down in probably like 10 years from now, and we're going to get those like Sports Illustrated of a picture of this Magic team, this roster, and be like, wow, they had all this talent on this team, but they couldn't keep this team together. You know, these are going to be players that are going to go elsewhere.
Are you trying to jinx them, man? Like,
honestly, they can. Honestly, they actually can keep the squad together because a lot of those guys are still in their rookie deals.
The reason why I'm saying that, Nick, I'm not trying to jinx him, is like, I mean, that's a lot of players. Like, a lot of those players are going to expect playing time, and it's almost too stacked to have the playing time spread out where everyone's happy. In my opinion, I feel like somebody's going to have to go somewhere else. Like, you're going to have to trade somebody off, be like, hey, we're going to focus on this as our 7 to 8 lineup and go on with it. I mean, we named off about 12 to 15 people on that roster. We know they're not all going to be happy and stay as a Magic. Like, I mean, let's be real on that, right?
All I can say is for those guys, like, it's clear cut. It's Paulo's team. It's clear cut.
They know that already. I mean,
he's going to be the one option.
Yeah, once you're the number 1 pick, that's already established. And then once they see that again, that he could get to his spots. Mm-hmm. He's scoring 30 already as a rookie. It's over. So it's done, bro. It's about to be a problem in the Eastern Conference. He's 6'10". Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? He's just not some just like it's.
I call him Tatum 2.0.
And they gotta and like you said, you're right. Yeah, they probably all of those guys going to stay for the long haul. No, but if they play together and they win, those guys when they leave are going to make more money because teams are going to pay them more because they say, okay, these guys are winning players. So
to me,
that's how they should think. If they think like that, they're going to be a great team.
The main guys that you can keep in like a 5-year window is Paolo, I'll say Franz, and possibly Markel. Like those are the 3 guys I would probably lock in for sure. Like to build the team around, be there. I don't know about Suggs. Suggs has been injury prone throughout his career so far.
Well,
you need a guard. You still need a floor general though. They still need a point guard out there.
Right.
I mean, even then, Anthony too though, but.
Right. I mean, even if the other guys do, I mean, if the Magic are playing the cards right, they can get some other young talent or get some key veterans to surround the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely didn't think we'd talk about the Magic this much.
For sure.
They're a good team. Paolo just shot 31 today.
Well, they're showing potential. Let's just see if they can keep it up. I mean, 6 games is good, obviously. I'm just not ready to buy completely in. Like, I think they have the athletes and the talent. I'm just wanting to see who they stick with or who steps up and says, hey, this is how we're going to play. Right. That's my only thing. Because Bo's been playing great. Of course, 6 points in a game, 11 and 4 in a week's time. Not great. So if he were,
it's really hard for him to maintain his numbers, though, especially when you're playing with guys like Paolo.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they have all this talent, but there's not enough time in the game where all this talent can play. And I don't think they have to have an odd man out. And then odd man out is going to go somewhere else and possibly be better at another team. And then we're going to look back and be like, wow, this was really one team, Kind of like what we do with OKC when we see the Harden, the Ibaka, and look back, wow, they couldn't keep it together. Exactly. This is going to be the OKC 2.0.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Thank you. Now, another player that's been.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to say that's. I don't want to say it this way because I know what you're going to say when I say this. Because as I about said it out loud, another player that's been hot of lately. Obviously, I don't think he's attractive, guys. Is Booker, who exploded for 58 points. Since you already got it pulled up, I'll move that away so we can see your face, CJ. Suns make a comeback with a W, it says, as far as the headline. I can't see. Legion Hoops, is that what it says? 58 points, season high, 5 rebounds. And it went away. But in this game against the Pelicans, of course, just kind of backtracking. Oh, okay, I see it now. 58 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on 61 field goal. And with that 61% field goal, I don't know if you all watched the game because I was texting you all, and y'all were not responding to my.
I actually fell asleep in the fourth quarter.
Oh my goodness! How'd you fall asleep?
I don't know, but I woke up. I woke up and the TV was still on. Like they were showing the scoreboard. I had actually looked for a second. I saw 58. I was like, wait, Booker had 58. Like that's crazy.
So with that too, he threw up a last second shot, a 3-pointer that. Obviously, we know why he did that. So even that, he probably didn't have to take that. So that percentage should have been even higher. Not by much, obviously. But I'm just saying that was, if you backtrack from last week, if you all kept up with the NBA, you all know what happened. Zion, with like 4 seconds left, somebody threw the ball out after a steal, and he did a 360 reverse dunk, I think it was, as time expired. It counted against the Suns, even though they had the win. Zion went in the meeting or the post-game interviews and was like, it's uncharacteristic of me to do that, but it was a way of expressing I wasn't able to be with them last year when this team put them out of the playoff, and I wanted to be there and was able to just kind of express that. So Booker obviously had to shoot that last second shot. We all knew it was going well, except for Nick because he was asleep. But at one point, I'm pretty sure in the third quarter, the Suns were down by 21 points. And the announcer, I even cracked up when I heard it. I was like, well, it's not true, but it turned out to be. He said, quote, Booker can't do this by himself. I was like, oh, yeah, he can. He's Booker. And then he started just going off of it, doing these fadeaway shots. I mean, one pass, like Chris Paul, and this is kind of the conversation I was going to go with earlier, was nowhere to be seen on this second half team. For the longest time. Fourth quarter, he hit a couple big 3-pointers that definitely sealed the deal for them. But during the third quarter, most of the fourth quarter, Chris Paul, I didn't even know if he was in the game or not. It was just everything was going through Booker. I think he had 30-some shots that he put up. But Chris Paul, it was a pick and roll, and then Booker faded out to the corner, it was like a 2 bounce pass. That's how bad it was. Like, it wasn't the best. And he kind of just went on to the 3 and still just threw it up. Nothing but net. It's like Booker just got in the zone. Everything he was throwing, it was going to go in no matter what. A lot of and ones that he absorbed the contact, still kept going. And it was nice. I mean, CJ, did you watch the game?
Yeah, it was a thrilling game. It was a thrilling game, ups and downs. And Booker.
I personally, keep going about Booker. I want to still hear about Booker, and then we'll go on to analyze the game.
You
fell asleep. You hush.
Hang on. First, before CJ goes, I just gotta say this: the NBA messed up. The Pelicans and Suns have already played each other 4 times, and we haven't even hit the new year yet. Like, so we're not even going to be able to see this team possibly again, unless this team possibly meets in the playoffs. Like, how do you schedule them to play 4 times already before Christmas? Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
And then 3 times within a week.
Yeah, next year they won't make that mistake again.
No, and it won't be on like whatever channels it's been on either. It'll be on TNT.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
This is a rivalry. I think we talked about that last week.
Oh, yeah. To me, the Pelicans are still the better team. Again, they were up 21 without
Michael, Michael, who are you going for, bro? Like, who was your team?
I'm not gonna lie. Either one, I was actually happy with. Like, and as far as analyzing it, I'll wait until CJ talks.
Nah, they were up 21 without BI. So that's like, I mean,
but they lost.
No, they did. Yeah, they lost. But I'm saying in a series, BI averaged 30 against them. Zion's averaging 30 against them. I mean, I would still take the Pelicans, but this is a great game.
Wasn't there in the middle.
It wasn't there. So. It wasn't there, but it really doesn't matter. That's still food for Zion and Ingram. Push come to shove.
CJ has talked so much about Ayton all year being an offensive threat.
He's not a rim protector. He's not no, for sure, definitely, and that'll make it a better series. That'll make it a much better series if they do give him.
Does he need to protect the rim?
Absolutely,
just to be that physical body.
If you're playing against Zion, you need to be a rim protector.
I don't think you can't protect the rim on Zion.
Does he need to protect the rim?
You need to at least try.
Can we just no way?
Listen? You can't protect the rim on Zion. You have to absorb that body contact first. And Ayton with some size can at least maybe contact some of that body absorption where Zion can't get that separation and then explode. With Ayton, maybe he can say, "Oh, I'm a little bit more solider than most people you hit. Now I'm still here," and can test that way. I don't think he'll be able to do it, but I'm just saying at least he'll be a little bit better. If anyone jumps with Zion, let's be honest, ain't nobody really protecting that rim.
Yeah, but he still has a job to do, and push comes
exactly. You can't just be like, "Oh, dang, Zion's here."
If Zion's in that paint, he's gonna have to protect that rim, man. That's his livelihood. That's his job. But
absolutely,
if they put Zion in the post, here's the thing, it's easier to defend Zion if he's out on the 3-point line.
Absolutely.
So that's what they do. That's when they build the wall, and they throw a crowd at him, and they throw a crowd, and then when he kicks it out, they close out real fast, make the player react and think twice. That's how travels are created, double dribbles, things like that, or bad shots. That's how they're going to play. But if Zion plays in the post, and if you bring in that type of defense, that closeout isn't quick enough. So what Willie Green is going to have to do is put Zion in more post-ups, more mismatches in the post, quick posts. As soon as he comes down the court, Zion should be the first one down the court, seal off, easy points like that. Get him easy buckets. If he's able to do that, it's going to be tough for any team because on top of that, plus the transition buckets, plus the second chance points, at 3 every once in a while, the free throws, easy 30. So
what I felt was crazy was Zion ran point guard most of the time, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I understand.
They don't have a true point. They don't really have a true point guard, right? Like
at least not with Ingram on the floor,
right? But that's okay. I'm okay. Like, I mean, today's NBA, we have all kinds of people just getting the ball and running point, so it's fine. But like the first half, he was always getting it, and on my screen, he was at the bottom of the screen coming to the right, where he was going back to his left hand into the paint. He's left-handed. And as soon as he would go left, they would double team, form that wall, and kick to Murphy. And Murphy shot the rainbow three and drained it like it seemed 4 or 5 times in a row, missed a couple, made it a few again. And they seemed like they never did that again. This is where I was like kind of analyzing a little bit here. And I felt like the second half, every time Zion got the ball, it was like, well, I'm going to maybe penetrate and, okay, no, I'm not going to force too much. I don't know. It's almost – I know they went to Zion. The offense really went through Zion, but I didn't feel like they were doing the exact same thing as they were doing the first half. That worked well, right. Penetrate back to the paint and then kick if it happens or go and dominate. There was one play where he got the ball passed over to him on the right side of the three-point line, and he jabbed to the right. And, of course, he's so quick, they had to react to it, and he took like 2 dribbles back to the paint, and it was like no one could protect that rim because he about destroyed it. And I was amazed. My eyes got huge. Like, it was a beautiful play to see how he did that so quick. And he only did it that one time. And I'm like –
Yeah, he should have – yeah, he could have definitely been more aggressive. For sure. You look at the shot attempts, they weren't as high as I liked it. If you see Booker going off, you got to match that. And you're on the road. You got to settle that crowd. Momentum is key. But, you learn that in the regular season. Those are things he's going to go through. Those are things he's going to learn through. The Suns, they're a great team. They're one of the best teams. Like I said, they're a powerhouse in the in the West. But –
what was that one boy's name? Okie?
Josh Okogie. Right.
Dude, he was skying for some rebounds.
Yeah, he's a player. He's in Minnesota. Yeah, he was the Timberwolves. He always made hustle plays. He's very athletic. The shot is a little streaky, but everything else is definitely at a high level, high effort.
I think
that's a good pickup by them. They needed that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
He's going to get quality minutes for y'all just because of his effort. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think his minutes are going to be increasing for hustle alone and defense.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah, at the end of games, you saw that black shot that he had against the Trailblazers, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Then led to the dunk. I'm surprised he hasn't been able to stay with one team. He's a hooper, man. But I'm glad he ended up with y'all. It's like a Gary Payton type situation. Why can't he stay with a team? But yeah.
Yes, Sleepy Nick. What was you about to say?
So let's go and come up with a scenario, because last week we talked about a possible Grizzlies Pelicans series. So let's say that these two teams meet again, which I'm pretty sure all of us are hoping that happens again, especially with Zion coming back. So let's paint this picture, like fourth quarter. Okay. So closing lineups. I got my hands up. So who's gonna be the closing lineup for the Suns? I guess CP, Booker, Mikal, Ayton. And who's going to be that fifth guy, possibly?
Could be Cam Johnson. Could be a Kogi. I'd probably say Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson when healthy.
Cam Johnson coming more. Yes, you're right. Yes, the length, the shooting, the floor spacing. Definitely going to be that fifth guy. Okay, that's good.
So now we got the Pels, BI, Zion, CJ. Personally, I see Alvarado gets minutes, but that's neither here nor there. But I'll take him out of the scenario real quick. Does Valanciunas get minutes?
Of course.
Okay.
Close, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like closing lineup. Like, is he going to be in there, or are you going to put Zion in at the 5?
Nah, Lance would be the 5.
Lance, okay.
Yeah, it'd be.
I do like Lance.
It'd be the big 3: Herb Jones and.
Oh yeah, Herb Jones. Jeez, I forget about Herb Jones.
Yeah, Herb Jones and either Valanciunas or Nance.
I'll possibly go Nance as a closing lineup, just because of the more mobility.
Yeah, the mobility. But if Valanciunas has it going, you probably he's going to want to play. Yeah, and so it just depends on the game, how the game is going. But we saw him have big games against Ayton in the playoffs.
So Michael, you're saying Pelicans will win this series with healthy Zion? I mean they came close last year.
I mean, I'm going to say with healthy BI, but yes.
With healthy BI, you taking the Suns?
No. I thought you said Pelicans. He said Pelicans. With healthy
Right, yeah.
I was like, hold up. BI does not play for the Suns. You lost me there. Now, I do think
the bench too. Trey Murphy, Alvarado. I mean, you cost him a drink, but he's a hooper, man. He's a hooper.
I do look for the Suns to make some type of trade. Obviously, we know Crowder doesn't want to play there. Whatever's going on there.
That's so weird.
yeah, like we don't know enough information, or really any information, or at least I haven't seen it. And he's just not happy or doesn't want to play, so he's wanting traded. What's the value that you can get from a player who doesn't want to play for an organization? I don't know. So I think they look for a bench player who can be possible like a 6-man award type person. Obviously not someone who's going to win it. That's Westbrook. But I don't know, because we're starting to hear some noise about the Bulls looking to possibly break things up. There's rumors now going around.
They need to. I'm sorry
that
that
the Wizards possibly might break things up. I mean, who knows what's going to go on? I think the Suns, if they were to make a move to go all in at any year possible in my lifetime, this should be the year that they say, "Hey, let's compete." The Lakers aren't who the Lakers are now. They are looking better, but there's no standout in the West other than you and the Pelicans right now. Of course, the Nuggets are still looking great.
Grizzlies.
I'm saying stand out away from everyone. Like they're in the competition to be up there in that,
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
up there.
standout. What?
Memphis is up there.
No. I'm saying I'm saying like there's no one standout away from everyone. Like everyone still has a chance. They need to make a move.
It's still a tier though.
I mean,
there's still a tier where teams where you'd be like, yeah, I can see them winning the finals. And then there's another tier where you'd be like, they need some help. They may need a move here and there, but
yeah. I mean, I think we're saying the same thing. Like that's where I'm saying the Lakers are down there, but
Grizzlies are
up there. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool.
I'm saying there's no standout of anyone really saying that they're too far up.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, yeah, the Pelicans and
basically what you're saying is that there's not a clear-cut favorite.
You know what? That's why you write articles. There's no clear-cut favorite. They need to make a trade to try to be the clear-cut favorite. There we go.
Yeah, but in doing that, they're going to have to give up Bridges.
Hopefully it's
Crowder. They're definitely saying no to that. No, Crowder,
because what you're talking about is like who are you talking about?
I agree. 1,000% agree with you.
Because I'm saying because the way you're talking is like a high quality player, and I'm like,
I know.
You're gonna have to give up somebody to get that, right? It's not just gonna be an easy. Oh yeah,
maybe
you want them?
Maybe
Great.
they give up 2 years picks. How about that?
2 years? What do you mean? I mean,
like first pick this year and next year.
So you're talking about the Bulls, Wizards. You're saying for potentially like a Kuzma type.
Probably
because Bill, I'm asking for Booker. If I'm a smart GM, there's not a lot of smart GMs, so.
And obviously Booker would not be on the table. You're trying to win with that team.
Exactly. So Kuzma would probably be a better option to make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the Bulls, I'd probably say DeRozan.
That's who I would probably say.
From Crowder?
No.
He's just saying the offer. Like,
okay.
Levine is still younger, and you can build around.
If they wanted to get somebody, I would go. No, I mean, DeRozan is perfect. It's perfect. It's because Booker is Levine, but a million times better. I don't want to disrespect, but he's a better version, a better shot creator.
Better player. He's a better shooter.
He's definitely a better player.
Creator.
Yes, he's a better player.
Looker.
That's what I'm saying. If it's Booker and DeRozan, that's a pretty solid wing combo. But again, that's just
definitely better than him and Levine.
That's just hypotheticals. And if I'm a smart GM, I'm asking for Bridges off top. There's no way you're keeping Bridges and getting my best quality wing from my team. It's impossible. If I'm a smart GM, I have to keep saying that because there's a lot of dumb GMs in the A.
I don't know if you can
trading your whole team for Gobert when you have Walker Kessler right there. That's a dumb GM.
I would agree.
I got Nick did an article on Walker Kessler, man. And
yes, sir.
Timberwolves would have been easy. You would have had all cap. You would have had the cap space to continue to build around Cat and Ant. Put a bunch of 3-and-D wings around them for life. But now you're gonna pay a big $40 million per. And you gave up 5 first-round picks, and you had Walker Kessler right there on a rookie contract. Insane.
Now, what if Phoenix and a team like Milwaukee try to make a deal? Possibly.
What do you mean, like together?
Yeah.
Or
Or say let's say for instance that Phoenix will try to get, I don't know, maybe Marjon for Crowder or something like that. Like, could that happen? I mean, Marjon Beauchamp, Jordan Nwora, they still got Wes Matthews on that team.
They could. I mean, I could see them doing a deal. But then again, they linked up in the finals, and there's obviously some pettiness. If there is some, you never know. Some GMs are like, oh, we're not going to trade with a team that beat us in the finals. We're not going to make them get better. What if we see them again, and that player cooks us in the finals? We're not going to we're not going to make them better. A little pettiness, but it's competition pettiness. So if they're not like that, then yeah, that's solid.
Do y'all know who Pat Summitt is? I mean, I know I'm older.
Tennessee, absolutely.
Yeah, Tennessee, legend. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's rumors that while she was coaching, that I can't remember what the state was, but she was pregnant at the time, and she was in I want to say it was helicopter going to recruit, maybe airplane, and she was going into labor, and they were like, hey, we have to do an emergency land so you can go into labor and give birth. And she said, where are we at? And they named the place. She said, no, this person's wanting to go to this school too, and they beat us last year in the tournament. You keep on going. Like, what a woman. And of course, a legend as well as anyone who knows.
Absolutely. Icon.
But, so it made me think of that. As far as, I'm going to say petty again with you. I'm not saying that Pat was petty at all. I think she was just determined. But some of that stuff goes with who put you out. You're less likely to make a deal with. But I'm just trying to think, who else could make a deal with the Suns if they could get better?
Miami?
Who would they give?
What does that look like? I mean,
I don't know. I can't really think of nobody else. That's the thing. I mean, Miami's another team that has veterans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to trade Crowder to one of these younger teams. Like, they're not going to want to give up any young players.
Yeah,
so
it's not happening. It's not happening.
There was
he might just come. He should just come back and play.
I mean, they're pretty good enough. I don't know why he doesn't want to.
I don't get it. I don't know.
I think he can't play now, just to be honest with you. He's set out for so long. If he comes back and he's rusty at all, I think it hurts any value.
He'll be all right.
Well, if I'm the Suns, I don't let him play because I don't want that market to crumble any.
Yeah, you probably wait till trade deadline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're right. That's a good point. You might as well just let him rock.
Thank you, CJ. Makes me feel so good when you say.
I mean, they were talking about they were talking about doing a swap for Jay and John Collins. I mean, I know that John Collins doesn't really fit with this Atlanta team, but I don't see Crowder really making that team any better.
No, I'm with you right there, brother.
Yeah,
makes no sense. That makes zero sense. But yeah, Booker's one of the greatest shot creators we've ever seen. Plain and simple. That's really what it boils down to. He's just a guy that scored 70 at the age of 21. So, once I saw that live on League Pass one night, I was just like, yeah, this guy's different. And now he's putting it all together now. 61% from the field, efficiency is scoring 58. That's just elite shot creation, and that's why he's one of the best shot creators of all time. And he's
as soon as Alvarado was on, he knew that he could have the higher lift up from his shot. Like, he didn't have to do anything fancy. Every time he was on him, he would go straight to the elbow and just go ahead and rise up on that jump shot.
Yeah, they should have started trapping him much earlier.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Because they started trapping Zion pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that's what I'm saying. If Zion gets the ball at the 3-point line, it's easier to defend him.
Mm-hmm. As soon as he acted like he was dribbling, he was on a double team.
He needs to play more like a power forward, roll to the basket. Can't double that. You can't double roll. Somebody gonna be open.
Do we think Booker's underrated to a degree? Like, do we feel like he doesn't get that respect? Because I'll be real, like, a lot of people didn't want to give him that respect. Like, he's arguably one of the best scorers in the league, easily.
I'm gonna say this.
A lot of people still don't want to give him that recognition
because
it's
a lot of people.
It's almost it really is like it's almost a teeter-totter. Like, you have some fans that think Booker is way overrated, and it's just all hype because he just scores sometimes. But then you've got other fans that say that he's underrated. Like, it's for some reason Booker is one of these players that no one can stay consistent on. Is he an all-star good or is he just overrated good? But I will say he's great. But I wish I'm going to say these 58 points, obviously this can't keep going, but these high-scoring games would be more consistent some. Like, he'll go 61% on one night, and then in the next night he may have 20 points, and you're thinking, well, what's going on here? But it is, but if you could get 58 on 61% shooting as easy as he did, then, like, you should be doing that more. I'm not saying 60 points. I'm not saying that.
I mean, you deal with different team defenses every single game.
Absolutely.
So it's like, like one team might give it easy to him, and the next team they might play him a little tighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just all about. I just
feel like there's some games he disappears in, and I think that's where some of the hurt comes from. I do think he's an all-star player. Like, let's be honest,
he's a top 25 player in the NBA. Absolutely,
easily.
All right, so from there, he's not underrated or overrated. If you're a top 25 player in the NBA, you can't be overrated or underrated. It's impossible.
I feel like as a scorer, a lot of people, they don't give him that just due, and it's been like that over the past few years, in my opinion. Because whenever people want to talk about like the top scorers, is always Steph, Luka, Jason Tatum. I'm trying to think of other names as well. Like a lot of other guys. JD, but somehow, some way, Devin Booker always kind of gets like caught out of the mix in a way.
Great. That's wild.
Is it more because he's a shooter scorer instead of
he's a scorer. He's a 3-level scorer in my opinion.
Easily.
I agree, but he is more of a perimeter shooter scorer. I'm not going to say he's a James Harden between the legs 5,000 times step back shot. Like he gets his spots. He gets his spots.
I mean, KD's the same way. If you want to say KD gets to his spots,
of course, all of them do. Luka, all of them. Paolo. This game changer, bro. I'm high. Yeah, I got. You got to put stock.
He's high.
You got to throw stock. Yeah, you got to throw stock on him. Yeah, I'm high on Paolo, man. You got to throw stock on him.
Paulo's nice. Paulo's gonna be great.
So, who else is great?
All those guys get to their spots, and Booker. It's just great. Ayton was out. You got to step up. You got to compensate for the points because look, if Ayton's in there, you say that's 25 apiece, right? 50. That's 50 points. Mm-hmm. So he made up for that and some. Great game and assists. So that's probably what 65, 70 points accounted for. That's an excellent game. Congrats, my brother.
And see, that's why I think it's so hard for the Suns too, in which they ended up doing it, paying for Ayton. Like, in a way, Booker wouldn't have been able to get to the lane as much because Ayton would have been there. And I'm not saying that's bad or good. I'm just saying that clogs the lane up for Booker some if he's penetrating, but it's also killing you to like crazy to try to contribute 60 points a game if you have to. So, I mean, but who's not contributing? These two guys. Where are they at? They are sitting at the house right now. As that's their fault. Yeah. Well, I mean, Anthony Shatterglass Davis is yet again hurt for Anthony Davis. And Steph Curry, not sure what his injury is, but he's out. Nick, that's your team. Let's hear why he's out.
He ended up dealing with a shoulder injury. He ended up leaving the game early in the Wednesday game against Indiana. Yeah, he ended up missing or leaving the game early against Indiana. Then the next day, it was reported that he's going to miss, I believe, a few weeks right there. Shout out to Woj. The Warriors are a mess. I've honestly just stopped really getting stressed out about it just because. At the end of the day, we got our championship. This is kind of a weird year for us. We lost a lot of key veterans. I honestly hated to admit it, but I will now. I guess you could say the Jordan Poole Draymond incident might play a factor in the chemistry with the team and the home camaraderie. This year is going to be tough for us. I mean, we did get a big win tonight against Toronto. Jordan Poole dropped 43. We just got to keep that momentum rolling, man. We're terrible on the road. I think we've only won like 2 or 3 road games, but at home we're like 10, 11, and 2 or something like that. So it's like freaking crazy. So we're taking care of business at home. It's just that, whenever we go on the road, we're just not really doing things well on that end. We ended up getting blown out to Milwaukee on Tuesday. We lost to Indiana, obviously. We lost to Philly this past Friday. So if we can rack up some road wins, like I think we'll be okay. But the Curry injury is definitely a big loss. It's on paper that throughout his career the Warriors have a losing record with him gone. So I don't know how significant the injury is. They say a few weeks, so I don't know. I guess he's probably going to get reevaluated probably after Christmas. So we'll just have to see where he's at and to see whenever he can return.
Yeah, prayers up, man, to Steph Curry. That's a tough loss. That's a tough loss for you guys. Dislocation of the shoulder. That's nothing to play with. So definitely just get some rehab, some PT. If you don't need surgery, yeah, just get some PT on it, some ice. Hopefully the swelling goes down. Just do a lot of exercises around the shoulder, keep the shoulder strong, and then he should be good. He should be good. So hopefully prayers up. It's tough. We're not going to see him in the Christmas game against the Lakers. That would have been fire. But
I mean the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the Grizzlies. Yes. So prayers up. Hopefully we can see him next year. And 3-13 on the road is nasty.
It's horrible.
So they need to step it up. They need to play better defense collectively. Those younger guys that we've been talking about over the last 2 years, they need to start stepping up. You know, you give them the pass for a year or two, but now after year 3, it's who are you? You know, who are you going to be? And those young guys got to step up and make up for some of those points. Curry averaged 30 points. So who's going to be? Can 3 guys on that team score 10?
I mean, Draymond had a solid offensive game tonight, but I'm not expecting that on a consistent basis.
Can 3 not from Draymond, not from Draymond, but can 3 other guys on that team, DiVincenzo, can Looney get 10? Looney should be able to get 10 off O boards and rolling and just doing the dirty work. You tell he can't get 5 buckets.
We need to give Moses Moody some more minutes.
What happened?
Wiseman, he's still in the G League, right?
What's up with that?
He's been in and out of the lineup. I want to say he played Friday against Philly.
Okay,
and I'm not sure if he played it. I didn't even watch the full game, but I don't know if he played that or not.
Great minutes for him. Am I?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, your best player, Steph, is out for a few weeks, is what he says. A few is more than 2. We know that. So he's probably going to be out for a month, probably at least.
Oh God! Don't say that.
I would say a month. Yeah, I would say 3 weeks to a month. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out a month, you're going into January 18th as of right now. I would say he's probably out close to the All-Star break. To be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, we just don't know. We don't know the severity. Right. So we don't know we don't know if anything's really torn or is it strained. We don't really know. You know, we got a USM. We got a USM Dr. Deepak. I'm gonna definitely check out his page and we'll see.
There we go. Yeah, we should.
What updates he got on that on the Curry injury, but either way, it's a tough. Somebody has to compensate for those points. Again, that's 30 points a game.
But yeah, this is great opportunity for Wiseman. Like I don't know why if he's not there.
Moody,
are they really going to get him involved within the offense? That's been the issue over the past few years. He's been with the team, so. I mean, you could definitely do that. I mean, he's that skilled in my opinion, but it's like, do you want to run the ball through him in the post? And then I guess you don't have other guys like Jordan Poole and Clay just, stay out at the 3-point line.
But why don't you think it's working?
I think it's because we have too many options, though. We have too many scores. Like, that's why, like, Wiseman came into, like, if y'all watch Wiseman in Memphis, like if y'all watch Wiseman in Memphis, y'all saw that the raw offense was ran through him. Penny Hardaway made it clear that he was going to run the offense through him, and that's what happened. And once you put the ball in his hands, he can't be effective, and that's the thing. Right. He's not getting the ball enough because you're playing with guys like Steph, Clay, Jordan Poole, the rest of all these other elite scorers. So, in my opinion, he could fit well with the team. I know that he has his defensive issues, but he's talented to the point where where you could run the offense through him. It's just the fact that they aren't doing it because there's too many great scorers on the team.
Did Wiseman finish college?
No, he only played like 5 games, and then there was some situation that went on, so he ended up leaving Memphis, and then just declared for the draft. He only played like 6 games, I believe.
Oh, so maybe he's just not the guy.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, hell, Shaded Sharp didn't even play a game.
I don't know. You're right. Kyrie played like 11 games and Duke. I don't know if that really correlates, but.
Ben Simmons only played a few games in college, and then he left early.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, he didn't finish the season in the LSU. He quit on them.
Oh, did he? Okay, I don't remember. I do remember he was dominating, though.
Yeah, he had some good games. But
quitters.
They just got to step up. Those guys have to step up, plain and simple. And if they do that, they have to play defense. They have to play defense, and they have to make shots. That's just really simple. It sounds simple, but it's not easy for some guys. Play defense and make shots.
And also one thing on Wiseman is that I think it's interesting because Steve Kerr's never like really had a big like of Wiseman's caliber. Like if you look at years past, we had Andrew Bogut, rim protector, Zaza Pachulia,
David Lee. I mean, he was good.
So why draft him?
That's what I was about to get.
That was what was on the market.
Coach Biggs.
I mean, it was either him. I mean, Ant-Man had already went first. I mean, the only other two options are going to be him and LaMelo. LaMelo would have been interesting, but I don't think he would have fit well with the team long term.
Well, then trade. Like, if you don't want him, trade. They could have traded down.
That would have been perfect. That would have made him a better player. He would have played around Curry. He would have grew. He would have learned how to play team basketball. As opposed to just
in the face.
Doubt it.
LeVar would have been in there quick.
Yeah, as opposed to just ISO, dribble, tween. He would have learned how to play within the construct of a system and a team, and that would have been perfect for him. I mean, it's like you're gonna draft him and not use him, and use him to his strengths. I don't understand what was the point of drafting him. It's very weird dynamic over there.
Yeah,
but
like what round was Wiseman drafted?
He's the third pick. He was top 3.
Third pick.
Yeah.
No,
he was the second pick.
Yeah, second pick. Ant-Man was 1, Wiseman 2, and then LaMelo was 3.
Who was 4? Can we remember who 4 was? I mean, I know it's been a while. I can't remember.
4 was
I don't remember. I actually do not remember here. I'll try to look it up real quick.
2020 draft. Who had the 4th pick? Patrick Williams.
Oh yeah, to Chicago.
Yeah. 5 and 5 was
5 was a Yeko. Yeah.
Who?
5 was a
No, Okoro. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, Okongwu was 6.
Okongwu was 6. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, does the number 2 usually end up in the G League for any other team? Like, it just feel like
number 2
Wiseman. Yeah, the number 2 pick overall. Like, do we expect that to ever be in the G League?
The thing is, Wiseman is a great player. Like, I don't think that his career is over yet. I think he just needs to get in a situation where he can be utilized correctly, and it's not in Golden State. I kind of already pictured this from his rookie year, and I'm honestly right on my point. So, and like that's why I've been pushing for.
Obviously, right on my point. Did you hear that, CJ? Man, that was cocky, wasn't it?
Well, no, I mean, but honestly, like that's why I've been like preaching for us to trade with Indiana, because if we can get Miles Turner, have a great rim protector, guy that can space the floor, play alongside these guys. You can send Wiseman to Indiana. He can play great in the pick and roll with guys like Halliburton, and
Mm.
he'll be more involved within the offense. I feel like that would be a win-win for both teams.
Definitely a win-win for both teams. That's a great trade. That's a great trade, bro. They could somehow pull that off. Like, they really don't believe in Wiseman. They really don't think Wiseman's going to be in their future. If they feel like he can't, whatever. Yeah, Miles Turner, Wiseman. And that's perfect for Indiana. Like you said, scoring big, pick and roll, but it's Tyrese and Benedict.
Oh, yeah, perfect. I forgot about Benedict. Jeez, oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it blows my mind because, Golden State is the defending champions. Like,
yeah. You got to play defense on the road.
Have they won a game on the road?
They have. We're 3-13. We just beat Toronto tonight.
3 of them. Okay. So other than tonight, no, just 2. Gotcha. So yeah, like it doesn't make sense that Golden State's this bad. Now, granted, Steph is hurt now. It's the defending champions. Like,
our roster's not as deep as last week. Like, you gotta think last week we had Gary Payton II. We had guys like Bielitsa. We had Otto Porter. So like we had a lot of key vets in our rotation. Where now we really rely on guys like Kuminga, Moses Moody, and like, I mean, DiVincenzo is a really good player. I like JaMychal Green, but it's just not the same impact as it was last year.
Good players, good role players. DiVincenzo's a good role player.
DiVincenzo's good.
Played at Villanova. You got high IQ. If you play at Villanova, you got high IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sorry. But what about the Lakers? Like, what are they going to do now that they don't have AD?
I'm done with him. I'm sorry. Like, he had a good few weeks. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm done with him, but it's like it just sucks. Like, he just had probably one of the best 2 weeks.
Everyone's hopes got up and thought, because this is how crazy media and us as fans of basketball are. Beginning of the year, Giannis was 10 times better than AD ever thought about being. And then all of a sudden, AD is in the NBA top 5 of MVP races. And, oh, wow, people really thought that Giannis was better than AD. Well, that's crazy. AD is the only one that can play great.
I'll be real.
Now it's back to he's glass again.
Even though AD had these monster few weeks, I still had Giannis over him. I don't know who changed their mind about that one.
Nick, I'm pretty sure I heard you one time say that, hey, now Anthony Davis does look like he's just as good as Giannis.
I didn't say that. Now, I will admit, like, AD skill-wise on the perimeter is better than Giannis. I will definitely give you that, but I still wouldn't take AD over Giannis. That's just me. Now, in 2018,
I don't know.
Now, I'll admit, in 2018, 2019-ish, I did have AD over Giannis, but I think over the past few years, it's a clear cut that Giannis has clearly surpassed him.
Well, it's clear cut that AD has, like, I don't know, invested in hospitals or something because, like, he's always there.
Too many hospital bills, man.
Yeah, this is a turning point for the Lakers right here. Let's see what Rob Pelinka really does because he should have known, honestly, from the first time. To be completely honest, he should have known prior to making the trade that AD had injury concerns. So you should know.
I don't know if they were that big of a deal though when he was in New Orleans, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, he did with problems.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yes. And so you should know off rip. I'm gonna need a solid, consistent, all-star level type third guy next to these two guys, just in case one or two of these guys get hurt. Obviously, LeBron's gonna get older. Injuries are gonna nag and things are going to happen. He's not going to play every single game like he used to play. So he's going to be out. AD, we know his injury history. He's going to miss time. So you need that solid third guy. It looked like Kuzma, but they let him go, and they wanted it to be Westbrook. So they're going to have to make a trade for a wing. You got to keep Westbrook. Westbrook's going to have to play better, take his game to the next level. Him and LeBron going to have to step it up and lock in. It's unfortunate, but this is Anthony Davis. It's unfortunate, man. It really is. He's a talented player, but he just can't stay healthy. You just got to hope he stays healthy at the right time, which is during the playoffs.
Anthony month-to-month Davis.
I don't even like playing around, but it's just it's just so because he's just so talented, and you see when he's on the court and he's healthy how he can dominate a game. But
yeah,
I think I jinxed him. I think I did because even 2 weeks ago, I think it was right after the Milwaukee game. I was like, he's playing well because I think after that he had that 55-point game against Washington, and I was like, man, like if only he could stay healthy. That's all he needs to do is stay healthy. 2 weeks later, boom, now he's out for a month. Like, it's just
at least
it's frustrating. At least a month.
So I bet you he won't play until after the All-Star break. You heard it here first.
I wouldn't go that far. Like I'll say he returns maybe late January, if anything. Now
I'm telling you,
where will the Lakers be?
If he returns late January, that's 2 weeks, and then it's All-Star break. It's going to be after All-Star break. There's no point in putting him out there for 2 weeks and not be playing for a break and then do it. Why jeopardize it for 2 weeks when you can give him an extended time? Make sure I'm doing bunny ears right here, 100% healthy. Now that's in my quote. And just go on because let's be honest, right now this Laker team is not winning. I about said World Series. Sorry, I do a baseball show too. The finals. Now, will they make a trade after the All-Star break? That all probably depends on how Anthony Davis comes back from this injury. If he comes back healthy and ready to go, 100%, I say they're making a trade for DeRozan. If not, I say they may keep on going.
Making a trade. What does that trade look like?
What, DeRozan?
It has DeRozan in a purple and yellow uniform, and I don't know what else is going that away. But that's at least what it looks like halfway, okay?
Okay. So it just
later
to
be determined,
but you don't know.
Exactly, okay?
That's hilarious.
So,
now, it will be great. It would be great if the Lakers try to find a way to get Kuz back. If that were a possibility.
I see that articles, but then I'm like, okay, tell me the trade. And I see crickets.
Right. Because that's the thing, though, because it's like Washington's clearly going to ask for more, and it's like, will Washington even want to take a guy like Westbrook back, and will the Lakers even want to trade for Westbrook at this point?
Bro, Rob Pelinka is failing in front of our eyes.
Oh, yeah, easily.
As a Laker GM. And, he has a great relationship with Jeannie Buss.
And Laker fans will tell you he's won a ring.
I mean,
and that's the issue, though. It's because of the history. He was Kobe's agent and this and that. But it's like, it's all that is cool, but it's like, what are you doing for me now?
Listen, they won a championship, but exactly. That's in the past. What are you doing right now? LeBron's getting older. When you're having discussions with your staff, there's no way they don't talk about that. LeBron's getting older. We're gonna have to put some wings around him. He's getting older. He's not gonna be able to guard these top level, high quality, younger type wings like he used to guard him. He's 38 years old. You still got to preserve his body for the marathon. You want him there at the end of the marathon, which is the finals, playing at a high level. So you got to keep him as fresh as possible throughout the regular season. How do you do that? You put young wings around him. You draft well. You do things like that to build around him. They're not doing that. Lonnie Walker, good piece.
He's solid.
Troy Brown makes plays, can knock down shots, but they need some better players at those spots. And Rob Pelinka just hasn't done a great job of that. Got too many guards, but not enough wings. When it's a wing league, You got Schroeder and Beverly.
That probably hit hard right there, at least in my head. Like, it is a guard and wing league, and the Lakers.
It is.
We'll go this route.
It's high quality guards, but I feel like this is the era of the wings. To me, if you're a wing,
think so?
if you have a high quality wing, right, a two-way wing, more times than not, you're going to be a contender. Can we all agree on that?
100%. I mean, you look at it like a lot of the stars in the league are mostly wings, whether it's Luka, Tatum, the list goes on and on and on.
KD. Yes. LeBron,
even Paulo, you mentioned.
I'm telling you. So yeah, it's a wing era. This is the wing era. Last era, it was the big man era. It was the era of the bigs. Olajuwon, Ewing, David Robinson,
Tim Duncan, Shaq.
Tim Duncan, Shaq, exactly. All those guys. Legends. Mutombo. That was that era. And then Jordan was in the mix. He was the outlier of the big man era. And he dominated in the big man era. He dominated in a
I feel like the point guards had a little era for a minute, like a small era.
Yeah, but I mean,
Paul, Garrett Williams, all these guys.
No, that's true. But I'm saying if you look at the Finals MVPs, they're all
that's true. Yeah,
6 and up outside of Curry and Isaiah Thomas.
That is true.
Curry and Isaiah Thomas and Tony Parker.
That's right. I forgot.
Only 3 Finals MVPs that are 6'5" and under.
That's wild. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's crazy.
And
I still think
Chauncey
Billups.
Oh yeah, Chauncey Billups. Yeah.
I still think there's more guards. I won't say than wings, but because you got your Steph, you got your Dame, you've got Trae Young, you've got the LaMelo coming up. I mean,
but you're not taking those guys over 5 wings we just named, right? Outside of maybe Curry. Curry may be the only outlier.
Kyrie even as well.
Taking Kyrie over those wings we just named?
I'm not taking Kyrie. I love Kyrie, but I'm not taking him over those wings.
Love Kyrie, but no.
Not at this stage.
Curry's the only one because he has the equalizer.
I agree.
That's it.
Oh man. But either way, AD is y'all say AD's gonna be out till probably after All-Star break. Yeah. If that's the case, you might as well book it for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? You might as well book it.
Just wait.
Okay.
Just wait. You'll see LeBron will be hurt for this month quite a bit. He won't play much. He's going to rest for that marathon, as CJ alludes to. No AD, no point in playing.
But why are you putting that energy down, champ?
Wishing on this man's downfall, man.
Not downfall, but he's just saying like, oh, he's gonna find an excuse to not play. Why would you say that? Why would you think LeBron would find an excuse to not play?
Because he quits on his team when there's 5 minutes to go in the game. He'll walk out. How many times have we seen clips that he walks out?
Come on. So we're generalizing that as what?
The man led his team to 8 straight finals.
A couple incidents as what?
Would you walk out ever into the locker room with 5 minutes to go on your team and you're supposed to be the number one of all time?
If you're down 30, why not? You know what I mean?
I just feel like
never.
I just feel like that gets highlighted so much because it was LeBron. I feel like a lot of players have done that, and we just don't talk about it.
If I've ever seen a player do that, I would not like that player. I don't care who it was. I wouldn't care if it was Booker. I would never say another word about Booker as him being an all-star if he would walk out on his team like that. Legit. But that's me. I think as a leader, that completely ruins a leadership role. I mean, do you all not agree on that?
I mean, we talk about leaders, bro. You have to mention LeBron.
I mean, I agree, but he also quit on his team.
This man led his team to 8 straight finals.
Yeah, it's in the East.
Yeah, that's definitely not quitting. Definitely not.
They were good. They were good.
Nah,
all the 2018 team.
All of those teams were good.
They were winning good. The teams weren't losing.
That 2018 team was not.
Why were they winning? Who was the catalyst?
We can go back down this road where the teams of the Cleveland 1.0 were not that good because of the lineup, but the teams were not that good because we didn't have the stacked teams. We know this.
I mean,
but I'm just saying.
LeBron still had to get past Detroit that year. Detroit was still a solid team.
But it wasn't like those early Cleveland years were stacked, though. He was just a great player on a very average team.
He was.
If you put another player on that team, they're not winning those games. They're not winning as many games as they won.
Player on which team?
On those early Cavs teams from like 03 to 2009. They're not winning 60. They're not winning 66 games. Are you? Young
Mike, you're saying take LeBron and put it in another. Okay, I missed that part. I'm with you.
Right? Yeah, it's impossible. It's not happening.
Steph Curry probably could do it.
Absolutely not.
Not with those teams. Not with guys like Julius Ilgauskas, Larry Hughes, and these guys.
Ilgauskas setting those picks, man, he'd be open for days from the 3-point line.
Not even close. It's a terrible fit.
You know how many triple teams Steph would see with that team?
Only person. Honestly, nobody.
Maybe Jordan. I don't know.
Stockton.
I mean, right now, active in the NBA. Jason Kidd's winning 66 games with that Cavs team.
No,
absolutely.
You're trolling.
Turkaloo, I think he could lead easily.
I wouldn't even say Kobe would be able to, because in hell, I mean, even in hell, there was a year Kobe had Kwame Brown, Smush Parker, those guys, and I mean, he still managed to, but I don't know if he would win 60 games with Larry Hughes and those other guys.
I know somebody.
Maybe.
Kawhi Leonard. And is he 100% right now? Because he looked pretty good the other night, didn't he?
Kawhi's looking solid. Kawhi's looking pretty solid. Over his last few games, I think he has scored about at least 15 plus. It all began, I think it was last week. They played at Charlotte. He hit that game winner. I think that's what pretty much got it started. So, look, Kawhi. I think at this point, throughout the year, you really just have to pace Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you need to give him a lot of these heavy minutes or what have you. Just keep pacing him. See how he does, and just hope for the best. Honestly.
Yeah, Kawhi's playing at a high level. My New Balance brother. Shout out Kawhi, man. MB the wave. Yes, sir. We got now. And he's playing great basketball. I'm just glad he's healthy. When he's healthy, the A is in a better place. His shot creation, we just talked about Booker being one of the best shot creators in the NBA. He's upper echelon in that tier, at a higher tier than Booker in terms of shot creation in the NBA. So We just know how talented he is. Paul George, when those guys are together on the court, they're going to win games. Ty Lue's one of the best head coaches in the NBA. They have a really good team around him, which is good. Lawrence Frank, Steve Ballmer, they've done a great job building this team. Jerry West, as his consultant, has done a great job of building this team and building around Kawhi and Paul George. It's a matter of those guys staying healthy and getting the job done. And if they're able to do that, then we'll see. But right now, they expect the championships. Steve Ballmer put a lot of money into these guys in terms of team building. So those guys got to step up. And right now, Kawhi, he's 100%. He's probably not 100% right now, but he's getting there. He's getting there. You guys get in game shape. And the closer he gets to that, he's going to be dominant.
I'm trying to get to the scores. Looks like he had at least 31 points last night. Is that correct?
Yeah, he had 31 last night.
If you want to get your season high, play the Wizards.
It's all with AD.
AD, Jokic.
Oh, yeah, Jokic too.
So Leonard played. This is probably the biggest stat for me for Leonard right now. Oops. Sorry about that. My AirPod fell out, which is working okay right now, by the way. 32 minutes. He started, of course, and played 32 minutes. So that's nice to see that he actually playing that long of minutes. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist on 12-26 shooting, 2 of 5 from the 3-point line, 5 of 8 from the free throw, 1 block, 3 steals, 3 turnovers. So, I mean, it's really a full stat line. It's good to see one of the almost faces of the NBA playing and scoring 31 points in a game. So, I mean, we've been deprived of this man's career for a while now. So, it's been a lot of talk of what we expect from him, and he still has that capability of what we hope for. So, let's hope we can see it for the rest of the year, because right now we need a team that can be good in LA, and one of them's not it right now.
Yeah, both. Yeah, I mean the Clippers. They've continued to win games. Again, they have a better team. Look, they put a better team around their duo.
Mm-hmm. The wings,
and it's crazy. It's not
better than another team across from them.
But it's just the Clippers don't have the championship, so the Lakers could still say, "Look, okay, cool, but we still got that chip." And en route to our chip, y'all supposed to meet us in the Western Conference Finals, and y'all had one of the greatest sell jobs in NBA history. So, that automatically shuts Clipper fans up when they talk to Laker fans. But in terms of team building and team construction, the Clippers got them by a mile. It's not even close.
Absolutely. And you know what, Nick? They only shot 29 three-pointers, and the Wizards only shot 25. See, that's much better than 40.
Kawhi's making those mid-range shots.
I was saying Kawhi's a midi guy. Paul George is too. John Wall's been shooting some threes, a lot of threes recently. But he's been knocking them down. So kudos to him.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Paul George played last night, right?
No, he was out.
Did he? Okay.
He was out. They also beat the Nuggets too, I believe.
We'll check and see.
I know they beat Boston this past week. They beat Boston.
They beat the Nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they right now in the West?
Since December 3rd, they lost to the Kings, beat the Hornets, lost to the Magic, lost to Heat, beat the Wizards, beat the Celtics, lost. I'm assuming they lost to the Timberwolves. It doesn't have an L or a W. It just says 88-99. Lost to the Suns and beat the Wizards. See here. Standings, that's the
7.
West. No,
yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Considering that Kawhi and PG, they missed a significant amount of games so far, and they're at 7, that's pretty good.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. What's crazy, and which we didn't say we were going to talk about this, but as far as the Western standing, it's in order from 1. Grizzlies, Pelicans, Nuggets, Suns are the top 4. The Suns are out of first place by 1.5 game. Everyone else is that close. So
gauntlet.
Yeah. And then, let's just go a little bit further. The Kings, which is awesome that they're in 5th. Trailblazers, Clippers are all 2.5 out of first. And the Jazz is in 8th place, 3.5. So, it's definitely a tight race.
9 and 10, just be curious.
9 is Mavericks, Timberwolves, Warriors, Lakers, Thunder, Spurs.
The Warriors are out of the play-in race.
No, y'all 10th. They got the 10th
but
seed.
they're ahead of the Lakers.
Yeah, they got the 10th seed right now. Yeah.
Okay.
No, on my Bleacher Report, anyways, it says they're 11.
Well, it's tough because Minnesota won tonight as well. So.
Oh yeah, I'm on the NBA app.
Okay. Well, actually, they're tied right now, 15-15. Both records are. I'm sorry, Mavericks and Timberwolves have that 15-15. The Warriors are 15-16.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that just changed. That just updated, right?
Right. So yeah, it's definitely a tight race. Even over in the East Coast, we'll talk about that a little bit. East Conference: Bucks, Celtics, Cavs, Nets, 76ers, Knicks, Heat, and Hawks. Right off the top 8. And the 8th place Hawks are 6.5 out, and then from the Knicks at 6 up are only 4.5. So it's really tight race there as well.
Yes, sir. Knicks playing great basketball, 7 in a row. Playing great defense, playing on the ball, stopping the man that's in front of you. Randall's locked in, Brunson, and wow, what a pickup! Look at the best offseason pickup was Brunson in the NBA. Just what he's brought to this team. Had a 30-piece tonight. Just model of consistency. 3-0. We got the second best road record in the Eastern Conference. Number 1 is the Celtics, and we're just 10-6 on the road. We got to step it up in the Garden, but we step it up in the Garden, play defense there on our home floor. It should be good. The only thing I'm concerned with, my concerns with the team right now is I still see too much ISO, not enough ball movement at times. Their team assist numbers are still very low for 3 guys that can score 20 consistently. You would think their assist numbers would be higher, but it's not. It's still a lot of ISO, heavy ISO. So I want to see that change a little bit more, then move the ball. And then with this 9-man rotation, it's good. It's working for us. But the only thing is down the road throughout the season, guys going to get tired. God forbid, guys get injured because of all those minutes that you're playing, 42, 43 minutes a night. That's a lot of minutes, and we know that's what Tibbs likes to do. So that's what I'm scared about. But all in all, they're playing good ball.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I'm glad the Knicks are relevant. Go ahead, let's go on. I know what you're about to do.
Get to these picks, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we found some graphics, but just some segments like who we pick or pick our favorite player in this scenario.
Oh yeah.
So we got a couple pictures for you guys. This is the first one I actually remembered when we were talking about Curry. I remember this one. I saw Nick post this one, and I quote tweeted it. This is a while ago. You guys can see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is keep 5, cut 5.
Blow it up.
I can't even remember my list.
Okay. Keep 5, cut 5.
Keep 5, cut 5.
And of course, it's got what? Magic, Steph, Jordan, Kobe, Ball, LeBron, KD, Tim Duncan, Dirk, Elijah, or is that Hakeem?
Yeah, Hakeem.
And Shaq.
All right, pick your 5.
Go ahead, Michael.
Pick my 5. Now, are we going like point guard?
Yeah, starting 5.
Small forward. Okay. Well, I would go number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, give me Steph as my 1, of course. At 3, give me LeBron. At 4, give me. Okay, I'm going to be strategic here. I would say Tim Duncan, but give me Dirk because I'm going with Shaq down low, and I need a little bit of an outside presence from the paint more with Dirk, who can maybe shoot a little bit farther out, but I love Tim Duncan more. But if I'm going to rate the greatest top 5 out of that, I would go Tim Duncan and Shaq.
Okay.
So ours is eerily similar. I definitely have Steph as 1. I got MJ as 2, LeBron 3. I do actually have Duncan at 4, and then I fill it in with Shaq at 5.
Okay.
And then I got Steph at the 1, Jordan at the 2, LeBron at the 3, KD at the 4, and Hakeem Olajuwon at the 5 for that two-way ability, rim protection. This is the best 5.
This is the best 5, he says.
You got a lot of scoring, man. Like, somebody's gonna make some sacrifices.
I got scoring and defense. Jordan, LeBron, multiple time first team All NBA. Hakeem Olajuwon him and Bill Russell is the greatest defensive centers of all time.
Is Jordan the only one on that list as far as guard wise to be defensive player of the year? Just asking for a friend.
Oh, as far as guard wise, okay, yeah, definitely.
Kobe never got a defensive player of the year.
Yeah. I mean, but Kobe's still 9-time first team All NBA.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just still levels. But Hakeem Olajuwon, unstoppable in the post. KD, I got KD at the 4 for the floor spacing. Can't stop him. You can't stop Jordan. You can't stop LeBron. Steph with the 3-point ability. This is the greatest starting 5 you could ever create.
Oh, okay. I think mine was the greatest, but that's fine.
KD at the 4, come on, bro. That's better than Dirk at the 4.
Nah.
Hey,
listen, I'm not saying anything bad about yours. Don't attack mine.
KD at the 4, Hakeem at the 5. What?
No, that's who's gonna stop Shaq? Shaq.
Hakeem beat Shaq in the finals.
Nah,
that was Orlando Shaq though. That was like we're talking about Shaq 5 years later. Lakers Shaq.
Who's
gonna have an answer for that?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Y'all wildin'. Hakeem Olajuwon.
I mean,
Hakeem Olajuwon.
We're more serious about this 5 lineup right here than we've been about anything.
Hakeem he's one of the greatest defenders of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bro. Nice. Like I said, he stopped Shaq in the finals. It was Shaq and Penny too. Yeah, it's young. Okay, if you want to say young Shaq, yeah, it was young Shaq. Mm-hmm. But
it's okay if that's what you think. It's the best. I mean, we know Shaq would probably break the glass and everything, dunking all over him, but that's okay.
But he couldn't guard Olajuwon.
We weren't saying that.
You got to think too, because like Shaq in Orlando was a lot smaller than what he was when he went to LA.
And Olajuwon also had elite post moves. Like his post moves is too elite. Shaq's dominant. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like with the defensive ability for Olajuwon, I feel like that's what I needed in this lineup.
Jordan will lock Olajuwon up. Jordan's got him locked down.
KD at the 4. Well, I got Jordan on my team, so that's a given. That's a lock.
I can't believe we never got Rockets Bulls in the 90s. I can't believe that.
Yeah, Jordan.
I can't believe y'all thought I wouldn't pick LeBron, didn't you?
No, I knew you got LeBron. You got to pick LeBron, bro. You just got to keep it.
I definitely thought you weren't. I thought you were.
You just have to keep it 1,000. You just have to keep it 1,000. You're talking about talent. All right,
you definitely tell I'm a 90s kid, though, going with the 2 bigs, I guess, like big bigs.
Yeah, you see, I switched it up, man. Positionless basketball.
You went the stretch 4 there on us.
Yeah.
But, that's fine.
It's perfect. All right, we got Michael's pick.
This one's tough, I think.
All in their prime. Choose one. We got Chauncey Billups, Baron Davis, Rajon Rondo, Darren Williams, Tony Parker, Gilbert Arenas.
So first, I will do process of elimination. I think the one guy that, and I love him, but I think Rondo has to leave this list just because Rondo was a terrific passer.
First elimination?
Rondo was not the scorer that these guys were. You can admit that. Rondo was not the offensive threat that these guys were.
Did I miss in the question where it said eliminate the worst scorer possible?
No, we're talking about overall game though. We're talking about overall game and Rondo. Look, I know Rondo's a Kentucky guy. I know.
I'm just saying the first person to be out on mine would be the ones with no ankles. Williams would be out of there in no time. Because, let's be honest.
Yeah, we said in their prime though. So we're talking about Utah.
They're in their prime.
In the prime, he was worse than Data Davis, I think.
How?
Like not even close. Him
and Boozer were cooking up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, crazy.
Him, Boozer, Jerry Sloan was still there. They were cooking up, bro.
Now I'll be real. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Ronnie Brewer, Kyle Korver. Yeah, it is difficult. It is difficult.
Mehmet Okur.
Because I don't think there's a wrong answer, but I don't think anyone will agree with anyone's answer.
So this is just my personal opinion. I actually picked Gilbert Arenas. I was a big Gilbert fan growing up, so I feel like overall his ability as a scorer, he can score.
Agent Zero was great.
Agent Zero was great. Now I know a lot of people they might pick Chauncey or Tony Parker because they got a championship in the Finals MVP, but BD in his prime was a problem.
I would actually say possibly Tony Parker would be the second person I'd put out.
Really?
Because when I see Tony Parker, I think Ginobili and Tim Duncan right there with him. Like Agent Zero.
Yeah, but Parker was better than Ginobili.
Yeah, but you gotta, but it's like in their prime.
I know that, people.
So it's like you gotta think about how they were playing with those guys. So you still gotta count. I mean, he won Finals MVP.
Gilbert Arenas had no one on that team.
He had Anton Jameson.
He had no one on that team?
He had Anton Jameson. He had Caron Butler. He had a few other guys too.
Okay, he had other players on the team, but he did not have a Tim Duncan or a Ginobili on his team.
Of course not.
And he was playing well.
I mean, that's out of his control. He got drafted to the team.
But no. I'm saying that helped him. Like, he was able to do that, and defense still couldn't stop him, is what I'm saying.
So you're picking Arenas?
I'm saying I would pick him over Tony Parker.
So would you say the same thing about Chauncey, though? Because he had Rasheed Wallace, he had Ben Wallace, he had Tayshaun Prince, Richard Hamilton, these guys.
I'm just talking with y'all. I want to hear y'all's thoughts, really, because I still don't know who I'd pick.
I'm gonna go with Gilbert also because of the scoring ability, and I just would have put a two-way shooting guard next to him, and it would have been dynamic. It would have been dynamic. I'm gonna go with Gilbert. Shot creator. Darren Williams was a beast. Chauncey was a beast.
Darren
B Diddy was great. B Diddy was great for the Warriors. He was great when he was with the Hornets. That was tough, but the scoring ability. In today's NBA, Gilbert would have been perfect because he had.
Oh my God,
would have been perfect.
8 today, that's for sure.
Gilbert and D Will would have been great.
It kills me to know that you dropped Rondo so quick on this 6 list because he may not be scoring 25 points, but he's getting 25 rebounds in his prime and getting 19 assists.
And I get it. I get that. Look, Rondo at one point in his career was a triple-double threat.
Absolutely. And we're talking about his prime. Like, I know we talk about Celtics' big three, but I think Rondo got overlooked as not being in that three. He should have became
a big four. Honestly, like a lot of people argued and said that Rondo surpassed Ray Allen as a big three member. I don't try to feed into that, but there was a time where I do believe Rondo was probably a bigger, probably better for the team than Ray Allen was.
Come on, bro.
And I love Ray Allen.
Bro, come on.
CJ, you don't think that's even a discussion on that though?
Because you got to think though.
Who's the Hall of Famer?
Rondo's still playing.
Rondo's done, I think.
Which one's the Hall of Famer?
I'm going to go and find some.
We know that Ray Allen. Look, I'm not taking nothing away from Ray. And this is why I honestly hated having these conversations with everybody because I've had these debates with a lot of people, but. You got to think because when did Rondo really peak? 2009, 2010?
2009,
something like that.
2009, 2010, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, look, and I'm not taking nothing away from Ray, but I just remember the Celtics really didn't value Ray Allen the way that they should have because he was always a part of trade talks like crazy.
Yeah, but when they won the championship those first 2 years.
No, I'll get that.
You're telling me he wasn't more valuable than Rondo?
No, definitely. The championship. Yeah, but I think Rondo was
Rondo was benefiting from playing with those three guys.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Right, he wasn't scoring; he was diming up. So all those passes off those pin down screens for Ray.
But that was early Rondo. Rondo was 22 at the time. So he was still trying to really establish himself. So I think moving forward, 2010, 11-ish, then that's when we really saw peak Rondo at his best.
Yeah, we saw peak Rondo.
In 2016, Rondo averaged the highest assist he's ever averaged in his career, and it was 11.7 assists. And that was in 2016 with Sacramento. So I can't really say that it's Boston that caused him that he was benefiting on those assists. He's a setup guy. That would have been Cousins with that, but
I mean, we know that. I mean, y'all remember that year when he was with the Pelicans and they got past Portland? Like he was a big role. He played a big role in that.
He's a big piece. He could be a Hall of Famer, maybe. I don't think he's gonna get in. He doesn't have the numbers. In my opinion, and the way I judge Hall of Fame is different than how other people judge Hall of Fame. He's a great player. He had big time games. He had big time games against the Cavs, big time games against Miami. But I'm just saying, and his prime is excellent. I mean, I would say if you're doing a top 3 out of this list, I would go Gilbert. Yeah, I would go Gilbert. I could go Rondo. Yeah, you go Rondo. I would just put a shooting wing next to him, and he could just do the same thing he did in Boston.
In his list?
Yeah, in his list. I mean, Rondo, because Rondo, the 2-way ability, the passing, the rebounding.
That's true.
It's just the free throws back then in his prime.
The shooting, free throws, yeah.
His shooting is better out as he left his prime.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the issue for and it wasn't even just the 3-point shooting; it was the free throws. He was terrible at the free throws.
He was really bad. He was terrible at the free throw line.
That's the thing. So it's like I'd probably go. I don't know if I'll go Rondo 2, but Chauncey, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Rondo. I love Rondo.
Big shot.
Don't you dare change your Rondo vote. You already said he was last.
I'm not. You're making it sound like I'm being disrespectful. I love Rondo. I was a big Rondo fan.
Don't sound like it.
Big shot Billups.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Big Shot Bill. Like that was like he's probably the clutchest guy on here. If you want to say.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could say that because I mean you could or Tony Parker. I mean.
Yeah, him, Tony.
But Chauncey has some big shots when he was on the Pistons.
Okay, so your opinion, Michael, who's the worst player on this list?
Worst player?
Worst player in their prime?
Like, out of all 6 of these guys, who do y'all think was like...
Yeah. The thing is, Rondo was a role player. All those other guys were one or 2 options. And this is what I'm saying. And y'all telling me, like, Rondo was more valuable than Ray. I'm like,
I'm not actually saying it. I'm saying like those were
it was a pecking order, huh? No, I'm saying you could. You said you could, but I said at the end I was like I wouldn't put him at 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he was your number 2 if you were doing your top 3.
No, I said you could. You said you could put him at 2 because of what he brings from an all around standpoint, but he can't shoot free throws and he can't shoot threes. But I'm saying if I was to have him there, I'd have to put a shooting elite shooter 2-way next to him. But for all those other guys, you need to do that.
Where do y'all got Baron Davis on this list? Because he was good. He was great one-on-one. Played great, but like the Warriors never.
Yeah, he was good, but
that We Believe team.
Yeah, that We Believe team was good. He was solid on the Hornets. He was good. He was a good player. He wasn't a player that like like he wasn't like Lillard. He's a Lillard. They're in that same family in terms of their play style. Mm-hmm. Lillard's a way better shooter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But no, I would say B Diddy is probably more athletic, especially in his prime. Especially those Hornets days, he was flying. But yeah, I put him out of the 6, probably bottom 3. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm thinking Williams Barron is my last 2.
Yo, what's up with you and T. Will, man?
I had him on every fantasy team. I would say, and it would always be he was like sitting out. He's hurt this game. Ankles are messing up. He's not playing. I'm like,
yeah. When he was on the Nets, that's exactly what it was.
That's true. Yeah,
he was struggling. Yeah, those.
Now, him in Utah was a problem.
Him in Utah,
it was, but towards the end of the Utah years, he was hurt quite a bit too.
That's true, but I mean, you got to think though. Like towards those end of the years, I want to say Boozer had left to go to Chicago. I think Jerry Sloan had like retired or something like that.
Yep.
So it was really a lot.
Boozer was going to go to Cleveland, but Paul Pelinka stopped it somehow and signed him back with Utah.
That's interesting.
I see that report.
I know he was there LeBron's rookie year, I think.
They were talking about like Boozer had made a verbal agreement to go to Cleveland with LeBron, and Pelinka was able to get him to sign back with Utah.
Wow.
They were talking about how Pelinka kind of screwed LeBron over again.
3 best players.
So this is pick the 3 best players here. Right. So we got Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, Desmond Bane, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Simons, Tyler Hero, Jordan Poole, and Garland.
So what is it based off? Is this based off of right now or what they've done throughout their young careers?
I guess it's everything.
Now?
I guess it's everything.
Because really their career is only like 2 years deep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, are we going – but in my opinion, if I have to go 3, I'm definitely going with Ant-Man. Got to go Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. I'm going to go Garland because, the scoring and the playmaking. And –
now, or are you looking at future?
I'll go now, or both. I'll go both.
Okay.
I mean, he's always practically been that guy. It's just that he really didn't emerge until Colin Sexton got hurt. But I'll go Ant-Man. I'll go Garland, and
give my guy some love.
I might go with my guy. I'll go with Poole.
Okay, and my guy is not Hero. If you're thinking,
what are you talking about? Maxey?
No. Oh, I didn't. No,
Simons.
No, I'm a big fan of Bane. I don't think Bane gets the love that he deserves.
Oh no, he does. He's shooting like 40% from 3 this year. And
yeah, I thought he should have been the MIP last year. But I'm going to go Ant, Bane, and probably Halliburton as far as right now what I think is. And I could see Simon going into that. But I'm going right now what I think is the best 3.
This is honestly a really tough list. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, this is tough. I'm going to go Ant-Man, Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
You got two-way ability. Halliburton, all 3 of those guys can play off the ball a little bit. We've seen Maxey play off the ball. We've seen Halliburton play off the ball. We've seen Halliburton play on the ball as a facilitator.
It honestly sucks because
that's the perfect 3.
It just honestly sucks because
there you go again. That's the answer, guys.
It's crazy. Like out of all these guys, like you could arguably say that going into their careers, LaMelo had the highest ceiling at all these guys. I think we can all agree to that. But unfortunately, with injuries and a lot of other issues, it just hasn't turned out to be that way.
His hype has kind of died big time.
Yeah, I don't mind going with LaMelo. It's just for me, like I would just go with Ant because of the 2-way ability.
Gotta go Ant.
So LaMelo would definitely be an option for me also. But I saw Ant and then I'm like, okay, I need a facilitator, so I went with Halliburton.
So you're putting a team together,
right? That's how I looked at it, right?
As far as I'm gonna go Hero.
That's the way I see it. Is pick my big 3.
I'm not a homer here, Nick. Unlike you, who picked.
Nah, I'm sorry. I don't. Hero's talented. Had a 40-piece the other night. Excellent player, but there's a couple guys.
Hero's not a franchise guy.
It's about 6 guys. It's about 6 guys I'll take out of him right now.
Yeah. Now let's go ahead and take this a quick step further, or a step ahead of this. Who has the ending career better, or who are the best 3 at the end of their career that you guys think?
I don't even know if we can answer that.
Totally we can, because I think Bane is in my list right now. But now, best career, I don't think Bane will finish.
But the thing about it is that, Bane, Bane is great, but it's like, do we ever see Bane being like a number 1 option or even all-star? Maybe all-star, but would he ever be like a number 1 option? I think the other guys, they have potential to be like franchise, or maybe not Hero, but the other guys, they have potential. So sorry, but the other guys, they have potential to be franchise guys, number 1 options.
Hero to Pelicans, and we win the national championship.
Best career, I'm gonna still say LaMelo.
You're going with LaMelo?
Yeah, I'm gonna still say LaMelo.
LaMelo's stock is still pretty high, regardless of how his career's turned out so far.
He just has to, if he has to stay healthy, I would say or Anthony Edwards.
Let's pick 3. Let's go ahead and go with
pick
the
a 3.
3.
Okay, LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and man, I like Garland, bro. I'm a fan of Maxey, bro. He's a hoop, but it's just right now Embiid and Harden, they're taking away a lot of the shots. Halliburton, he's gonna be up there.
All right, Nick, who's your 3 that you
think? I'll go LaMelo, Ant-Man, and to be different, I'll go with Halliburton.
Okay, I'm gonna go Ant-Man, Halliburton, and I'm gonna go Simons. I think by the end of his career, I think he could have a better career than all these guys. He's looking nice.
Okay.
Look at us.
I'm my third guy. My third guy is gonna be.
I thought you said Garland.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Garland.
Okay.
It's tough.
All right, boys. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I think we 11:45 pretty much. I said we go ahead and wrap it up. Good show as always.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and get rid of that off the screen. So you already beat me to it as always, CJ. So Nick, can you tell me a little bit about this new webpage? Like, how can I find it, man?
Oh man, we got a new website. Shout out to WordPress.com. Just recently launched this past Wednesday, I believe. The first article was on Walker Kessler that dropped, so make sure to check that out. The website link is WeCountTheBucket.com, I believe. So yeah,
I know it's We is on there. I do know.
Yeah, We is on there. I don't know. WordPress gave me different links or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know why I don't know why I couldn't just do Count the Bucket. Like, I don't know why I just couldn't just do that, but yeah, it's WeCountTheBucket.wordpress.com. So make sure to check.
I tell you what, in case you guys that are listening can't figure out what we're trying to say the website is, you can go to our link tree and find it from Count the Bucket there, because it's already in one of the pop-ups there that you can click on with the links. So just go to our link tree and you can find everything we are on anyways. So that sounds good. Where can we find you at, Nick?
Yes, first and foremost, follow us at Count Bucket USN. Follow us on all platforms. Give us 5-star reviews. I think that we are deserving of that.
Absolutely.
Follow me at Nick Andre ATR on Twitter. Follow me at _ Nick Andre ATR on Instagram. And that's pretty much it.
And follow Nick also on his burner accounts at Nick Andre ATRRRRRR.
That's hilarious.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
That's
man.
exactly right.
Crazy.
CJ, how about you? Where can we find you at, man?
Find me link.tree/CJames9. Also, link.tree/CountTheBucket. The hard count. That's on Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. With my guy Anthony Conover, breaking down all things NFL. And also, you can find me here, man. 9:30 every Sunday.
Absolutely.
Count the Bucket.
You can find me, MD Lawson00, on pretty much any social medias. My bio has the link to my link tree that has all the stuff as well. But most importantly, go follow anything Count the Bucket. Count the Bucket or Count Bucket USN on Twitter. Count the Bucket _ on Instagram. And of course, like he already said, CJ said, linktree.com/countthebucket for all of the access to everything we have there as well. On all social media, on all podcast platforms, the Spotify, the iHeartRadios, the Apple Pod. Go check us out on that as well. We appreciate everybody that has ever listened to us. We thank you all so much. We don't know. Nick has sent a message to us. We never really responded to it as far as next week will be Christmas.
Yeah, y'all just completely ignored it, but it's all good.
I ain't gonna lie. I was texting. I said, I don't know. I'd like to have some family time, but it'll be that night. And then my wife said, you better say no to it. So I just deleted it all real quick, and I played the 5th right now.
It's all good. We can take a week off, man. Merry Christmas to everybody. Let's enjoy these NBA games.
Let's leave it this way. Just in case if we don't go live next Sunday.
If anything, we can do
Christmas to you guys. Yeah, there we go. Yes, do a quick space or something on there. So
yes, Merry Christmas to us, CTB fam. Appreciate everybody tuning in, listening to us, supporting us on all our platforms. Yes, sir. You definitely try to get a space in for that Christmas game, for those Christmas games.
Absolutely.
Or maybe even the day after Christmas, we can reach out.
There we go. Maybe we can just go live on Monday. Or wait, that's when Gen Z goes, isn't it? Gen Z's 7 to 8 o'clock, I think, on Monday. We might be able to go after them or something. But Nick, check your mail soon. You might be getting a present.
Oh yeah, I got to send you the address. So, I'll send it to you.
Absolutely, guys. Until we see you all again, you all have a great day.
So happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. See you guys soon.